using it. Like, if you can spot the alarm bot before it activates, you can just skip right on over it, possibly. We'll wait and see where they're all placed. I want to focus our attention, though, over to 99 strength side. We did see the Killjoy. We have a Sage as well. So double Sentinels, possibly able to lock down every single lane for the defensive side. Now, keep in mind, though, we are starting, I believe, 99 on the attack, so that won't come out just yet. But remember, though, as we swap sides, that 99 strength have won 75% of their defensive rounds with that double Sentinel setup. It's a matter now for their attack to see if they can make it work by denying flanks and ultimately helping deny that space. But starting off on B side, though, there's a lot for the nation setting up for this B side take, and I'm looking right now at Brax's util, and if it's anything like we've seen them in the past, this is going to be a nasty first round.
Yeah, with Brax, too. I mean, we talk about those flanks. That's something I'm a bit worried about. You know, Brax loves to really commit to pushing forward a bit heavily, but I'm not so sure what's going to happen here. Just more so waiting to really read into this team.
Opening round here. Not going to go B whatsoever. All outside marketplace. The double, triple contact setup. Wardell back to safety. Giving really a lot of respect and space for 99 strength here. And the Cloudburst goes down, keeping everyone at bay. But it's actually a full rotate back over to Catwalk. Red and well. Oh no. It's the entirety of the team up against Tig.
Yeah, there's a lot of difficulties here, especially with the wall coming up. So Stewie has to slowly work their way inside. Not so sure if they know as to where Stewie is, but I mean, they know Garden, probably not the best place to go.
And the entirety of the nation are on the other side of this wall, just a single shot away from breaking. Chemical's already low on HP, has to fend up from what could be the entirety of the team.
Oh, yeah, they're slowly moving up, though. I mean, they really are feeling this confidence. Stewie, unfortunately, peeking through, not even having that assistance from the team, but as the group comes in, T-Dog, though, all they need is the right clicks coming down through the smoke. Rossi's going to be that clutch factor, but can't even commit. And, you know, you got this pistol round where Wardell, being the last one alive, not even having the time to do anything, really. And at the end of the day, right, it just goes straight to 99 strength.
And we're seeing a lot of teams starting off their attacking pistol round by going for a bunch of very odd maneuvers. A lot of it's mid-side control now. Yesterday, we saw a team go all the way from mid to the back spawn for the defense and then rotate back over to A's Heaven to get that spike down. But 99 strength, they took it a little bit differently. They played it safer. They found a lot of pressure inside of mid, rotated through tree, and they were able to successfully take the entirety of A site without ever a shot for the nation to bring it back. That being said, though, is that going to work twice over? A gamble stack again for the nation outside of A, but almost everything's covered. Now that turret should be heard by the nation. Everyone else has cut noise. No one's picking up that orb whatsoever. With the nation, they haven't rotated just yet. We can even see Brax floating around between A and B, watching for mid, but there it is. The full execute. Chemicals is in.
Still, though, okay, that was great. I'd like to see, you know, the tailwind coming in onto the site where they're trying the same to be able to gain that ground and maybe that depth, but you know, you don't get a lot from that. You leave 99 strength again to that victory, but, you know, you managed to take 2 down.
And oftentimes, too, for the pistols and buy-up rounds, that is not in the nation's favor. I think every series you and I have covered so far for LCQ, or every map, the nation have not won either of those rounds. So it's a great early start for these attacking teams, but now here's the thing. Not only does the nation have rifles, but Wardell has the operator. Yes, light armor, not a whole lot of utility, but Wardell's not there for utility. Wardell's there for destruction.
Oh, and actually great from Brax, too, because that early Molly coming through actually pushed them back just a bit. Chemicals coming down on it, and we can tell, I mean, Chemicals has such an aggressive approach coming through here on the attacking side that, you know, they gain the site, not even the site, but really some ground here. Everybody starts to move in and takes Stewie down.
And talking about that ground, a lot of it's been lost from the nation's side. Dark cover goes down, Rossi's good for 1, Chemical's gone, and now there's no more marketplace control for 99. What's left of the team? Stuck in the back of B site. An attempted crunch. Once Tig realizes no one's in B main, everyone needs to be on site. It's gonna be a lot more difficult for 99 to hold it down in a 2v3.
Yeah, this is the time to really make your mark. I mean, we talked about 99 strength wanting to impress, and as they do, Zink is making some good numbers here, but with the Odin sitting backside, we talked about Typhoon with the Odin. And can they clutch things up? Right now, down through the wall, Tig knows where they are because the noise was being made. And this is the first point going on the board for the Nation.
Yeah, really good rifle round at that. Preserving the operator too. Wardell picking up the Odin. That's such a smart play from the Nation. Yeah, I mean, look, you lose the rifles. It's not the best for your overall economy, but considering the fact of how pricey an Odin and operator are, saving both those weapons so early, you can make up the rifle buys. And that way, there wasn't really that much of an economic hit, and you won your first round. So, things are turning around a little bit for the Nation here, but they have to keep it going. Now 99 Strength have their own rifles, and, well, could be easier said than done. I'm focusing on Sharky and Typhoon, both 1 point away from getting their ultimate. It's a matter now of that timing to see if the macro level play can have, help them out. The Chemicals is already back in again.
This is so good. They said they wanted to come in and make a good game out of themselves, and right now they are. Stewie stuck in the corner, can't do anything, and even with the Odin, can't even get the spray down. It's just putting such good numbers in just because Chemicals is leading the group.
Yeah, Chemicals entry so strong. Full site control again for 99. Yeah, Drone doesn't even see anybody on site. Everyone from the Nation, they're giving that respect. The Odin seemingly lost, but the operator's still in Wardell's hands. And everyone else should be looking for a save. Wardell's primed and ready. I mean, Sharky's ready too, but the wrong kind of exits. I don't think anyone's going to go to him. Though, looking at Rossi, he's going to get awfully close. He might be in for a field day here. Just that small little corner of the environment blocking him out. He's got flashes too to work with.
Yeah, he's prepping it up. Oh, this is perfect. The timing is amazing because Rossi manages to catch everybody off guard. And again, this is the flanking that we need to start seeing off of the Nation because they tend to commit to things like this.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how fast Chemicals is going for the entries every round, he's yet to be contested. Whether it be A side or B, those Cloudburst goes down, he dashes in, and there's never been anybody on the Nation there to immediately shut down that space that 99 can help hold. But the closest we've seen so far has been Stewie. He's been locking himself down multiple rounds on B, but they're making an adjustment here to go over to A. Now, of course, we do have Brax back again. All that util set up for the anti-push for Chemicals here. But look how the spike's not picked up by anybody. B's not a clear answer just yet. It's more of a discovery round for 99 Strength, and they're playing awfully slow. Maybe the Nation, they could be expecting the dash to come in once again. If 99 Strength can keep on their toes, they have that 2-round lead. It's only a matter of time before contact's made, and at least the turret found some.
Yeah, but I'm liking the way 99 Strength is playing this game. Because they really don't seem to be scared. You see the confidence shining when Chemicals starts to get onto the site with the tailwind starting off and everybody following through. There is a lot of trust in these entries.
And this rotate's been called. Back over to A site. Look at Tig. Might have the right idea. Forced to respect this corner a little bit more. Shrouded Steps called. This Nebula's gonna be so helpful. Now there's no clear visibility. Tig can hide in that small corner.
Yeah, nobody's gonna get out of this one. Rossi's trying to find their own way out, but actually this is perfect because, you put the molly down, nobody can really aggress forward on it. Chemicals trying to find their way forward. And again, this is the entry that we talk about time and time again that just looks, so good, gains that space.
Yeah, ultimate used in round 5. It's going to be an impactful one, but allowed Chemicals to create that space. Everyone else pushing in, holding the corners now. Look at the Nation. Rossi now with the operator. Daringly pushing up to 9. The flank 2. Brax is gone.
Down to the smoke too. 99 Chemicals taking the off angle. And already some of that struggle. Rossi drops the up. They can pick it up if they please. Are they going to? No, they say they don't need it, but a sheet's flawless to end the round.
I absolutely love how 99 played the early game there. They played it slow. They were waiting for maybe the Nation to play aggressively against them because oftentimes we see that coming out from the team. Remember on Fracture, it was Wardell who would just swing every round and find these confidence plays, but that's not to be seen here. The Nation go for a timeout, and the biggest thing to convert now is how do you deny, again, Chemicals taking that space. That last round, it was off of Killjoy's ultimate. The lockdown cleared the entirety of A, and it just allowed everyone for 99 Strength to waltz into the site. But the Nation are struggling on those opening picks. They're not able to find the space they need to shut that down. And with an Odin and an Op, you'd think it'd be easy. But the way 99 Strength are playing, they're purposely avoiding those sight lines that Odin and Op players normally play. So what do? Maybe you just have to play aggressive here.
Yeah, that's a hard one too, because, you know, they did try kind of like their staple of going to those flanks, playing with the Op, all of these things that the Nation aren't so well known for. And, you know, kind of just getting completely thrown off the board. They don't know what to do anymore. They're stuck in a position where they gotta bring this timeout. So they know what to do against this really nice, you know, entry util, entry cohesion coming down on the sites.
And remember, the only round the Nation have won is when they had a distinct weapon advantage over 99. Wardell has that Blade Storm, pushing out, like we said, aggressive. Did spot the majority of the team, but doesn't engage in a fight. It does bait out the Owl Drone by Typhoon, though. No one else is around in mid. Wardell was able to escape back to safety towards tree side, but still, all that centrage of mid completely in anybody's hands. And that spike's not picked up, even though everyone's inching towards B. That doesn't mean they're going to dedicate themselves to B. And look how much respect the Nation are giving for the sites, too. Yes, there's utility on A, but look at B, it's just Rossi. Stewie's there for backup, sure. But it's a slow tactical fight to get onto the site. And then it turns fast.
Yeah, again, it never really anything that you can do against stuff like this, especially with 99 Chemicals coming in again. The site completely there. Sharky still sitting just underneath. Waiting within the crevice, waiting to strike. But Stewie, I mean, there is a lot of patience with this team.
Yeah, on a thrifty net round, no less, too. This wall could be pivotal to shut down Stewie. Only Marketplace could be the move to make that space come back.
Oh, still stuck just underneath the cubby. Everybody starts to make their way through. They know where everybody is, but 99 Chemicals getting out just in time. Some of that util being expended, but it's not offsetting. Typhoon walking right into it. Not the best decision. They could pick that up and utilize that. Odin, just in case they want to push their way forward even more, but a 1v3, all they need to do is stall. But Brax holding it, knowing that they're coming just across.
What a beautiful round, right at the last moment. A beautiful eBay thrifty there. And it came down to the wire. I mean, we saw a full team-wide retake rather than people on the Nation branching out, trying to take maybe 2v1s or even, you know, 1v1s in retakes. They played as a team, and they were able to acquire the weapons of the fallen 99 Strength, and that's why now we see, off of a thrifty round, an Odin back in their possession. Now, keep in mind, too, this was a very expensive round. Ult-wise, for the Nation, they had to use the Cosmic Divide to block off the backside of B. Blade Storm from Wardell, too, won't be in consideration for rounds to come, if we even see it again this half. But 99 Strength, they also have almost full ults. Mine is Zinc, the lockdown used just a few rounds ago. But I'm looking at Typhoon, possibly to clear that space with a Hunter's Fury any moment. And we're back to mid again.
Yeah, getting tagged out. I mean, not the biggest worry here, especially with everybody kind of scattered. The Nation have that patience, so not wanting to move around, but again, right, they're playing so differently from before. Instead of trying to push out, get that early info, they're really just holding.
It feels like to me 99 are still waiting for the Nation to just overswing, but
yeah,
this is uncharacteristically slow for even the defense for Stewie's team, but they're giving a lot of that respect again. But Tree is littered full of Brax's utility. It could be absolute floor is lava if this is played perfectly right. The turret's gonna give that contact too. And there it is, the nanoswarms go down, floor is lava, you can't push up, Tig is there for the opening pick, and Chemicals falls.
Oh yeah, Tig still sitting just behind. Jenny, so you get the resurrection. This is great. I mean, 99 Strength, they came into this game wanting to prove themselves. And so far they have. They just need to keep the momentum going. And momentum is going to be hard when Brax does have this lockdown. Going to use it. But does anybody have a lineup? Absolutely not.
No. You can't have a lineup, and Wardell is waiting for everyone to get flushed out from the lockdown.
Oh no, the shot down on it. The flank, this is what we wanted to see. They didn't diverge from where they were brought, and right now at this moment in time the post plant being waited on, just trying to get the pick, and they know where they are. They managed to take it out. No, They still have the time. The defusal coming in half with the Odin. Pre-firing. Zinc manages to take it. But you still got this 1v1 situation. Nothing to do with it. Typhoon clutches. And you still get the round win for 99 strength.
A close call at that round. If Wardell was just able to convert, take down Typhoon too, we could have seen a third round on the board for the Nation, but a bad case of timings for the Nation there. They keep swinging and accidentally, you know, going... It's a variety of micro plays. Either they miss the shots or they're just on bad timing there, but 99 strength, they've certainly done their homework and they're looking great when it comes to the 1v1s. And it's not a stack up from the Nation yet either. They're looking for mid, but there's nobody there. Everyone else on a force buy except for Wardell and Stewie. I mean, Brax does have the Phantom too, but I'm looking at Rossi's Marshall. I'm looking at the Stinger from Tig. Gompers, this is an incredibly broken buy.
Yeah, they were knocked down time and time again. I mean, when you look at the economy and what they've been facing, they haven't really had the chance to even get those picks that they need. Or even just get the wins in particular. But the lockdown coming through, nobody moving back just yet, waiting for this very, very late aggression. Tig is just going to fight it. At this point, you got 1 second left. You got to swing, and it's perfect. You still get the one. That's going to be some help, at least for this team of the Nation.
Rossi does connect the shot, though. Brax finding chemicals. Spike's trying to go down, but the teleport doesn't work. Brax is there on a tear, 3K. The clutch up the round. Third round on the board, and that was off of the lockdown too. 99 strength, they didn't change their strategy. They went for that same lockdown play, expecting the Nation to flush out of the site, and guess what? They didn't. They played exactly against the strat book that 99 had hoped. Tig swung out, found the opening pick, and that was pivotal. It threw 99 off their game. But now look at that spike yet again. Not dedicated anywhere, not for nobody, no how. And it's a 4-1 split too. Focused outside of B, most likely going towards mid. And every round it seems like the Nation have something set up for the round in the future. We had seen Wardell placed outside mid last round, but now he's back in B, and no one's really there. So the smoke goes down. Alarm bot in middle of sight. Everyone's gonna choose to ignore that though. T-Dog made some sounds trying to keep everyone on A site. But this is a slow round again. It's just damaging utility, waiting for what the next chess piece can be. And everyone's grouping up outside of B site yet again. Chemicals is the only one with an operator though, so we won't see Hunter's Fury, no lockdown this round, just straight initiation, possibly off of the tailwind from Chemicals.
Yeah, right here, I mean, they haven't pushed yet, just waiting. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, waiting on the dart there. Chemicals still manages to take it in, and the paranoia hitting perfectly on where Stewie is surrounded. Wardell gets completely shut down by the Nano Swarm. So, you know, you take down the operator, all of this investment into these very, very heavy weapons starts to go down. So now you gotta fight for it with the Phantoms. Rossi still working their way up, down inside of main here, not finding much.
Oh, Sharky, playing for time right now, only has a classic up close range to work with. Doesn't know about Rossi necessarily on the other side of that corner. And everyone else for 99 fighting for their life in the backside of B. T-Dog good for one, but Tig falls.
Yeah, but still, I mean, Chemicals, at this point, yeah, all they gotta do is get that swing out. The eBay thrifty there. And again, like, not too much of an investment, but still managing to get the victory because they just know how to play against the team of the Nation.
And remember too, the Nation, they have a lot of utility to find outwards information. They have Rossi 0 point. Stewie himself has the recon bolt, could find a litany of information, but it seems like oftentimes 99 are catching the defense out by surprise for these initiations. They're just on site, they use the simple jet push, and yet every time it's the Nation who are fighting on the back heel. Wardell's gonna try to play more aggressive here, hiding an off angle here outside of B main, but still, Op might be spotted out by that Sova drone, but instead Stewie takes the bait, preserving Wardell's information. And this might work out well for the opening pick, something that the Nation have been struggling with this entire game.
Oh, ooh, and the dash actually coming forward instead of sideways, so getting caught off on Zinc. But this is Rossi's opportunity to make it. There comes the first, putting down the fragment to make sure that everybody stays back behind where they should. But this is the flash that starts to open things up just a bit. T-Dog down. And the opportunity is there.
One enemy.
But they're fighting for their lives here, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to make it out alive for at least 99 strength. But the opportunity was there, and they did do a good job at trying to keep it.
A 4K2 from Rossi, no less. 99, they're good for the half, but they're finding troubles now with the opening. Wardell again, off of that Sobodrome being destroyed, was able to perfectly hide in that small cubby. And from there, it was just Gunfight City. Eliminating those 2v1s, bring it down to 1v1s. Hello, Mr. Bear. And with only 2 rounds left of the half, now it's up to the adaptations for 99. The Nation, they've been able to find these off angles to work well. But now 99, they have to find something different. Wardell's just able to find the opening pick 2 rounds in a row. The raw swing from T-Dog. Now you don't have a controller to get onto the site. No more lines of sight blocked off except for chemicals. But those smokes only last just a few seconds. Now 99 are in a really bad spot for the round. They have no map space whatsoever.
Yeah, they're very much scattered. I mean, right now information is coming through on A site from chemicals, and they could push in whenever they please, maybe get some of that dual entry coming through inside of tree. But right now,
one thing we haven't seen Lurks that often too. So the Nation could just group up.
Oh, they're coming in. They're ready and prepared. Rossi could use something, maybe even the fragment to push them back, and Stewie, the one utilizing the util, manages to get that pick. So you push back 99 a bit. I mean, they're still going to go forward, but managing to lose some players is a big deal.
And that's sight control again for 99. Only Tig, the stop from the back, but the spray comes through. Tig survives, but does get traded out. It's a 2v3. Wardell does have help, though. It's Brax to take that fight. The lockdown first to try to flush out 99 from the site. Are there lineups? No. The nanoswarms have already been down, and the alarm bot's still up. Stewie's good for 1, and all that's left is Zinc.
Still trying to win this out. Zinc has some hope. Not even going to test this one out. I mean, waited a bit too long. Now Zinc knows nothing is happening, but Stewie on the come up. Having to be careful. Nothing happening either, and still not getting the defusal, but it's great. It played out well, everybody watching, and Stewie gets the pick.
Oh, and that was a great attempt from Zing too. Didn't play overzealous, didn't overextend his reach. He inched forwards, he sliced the pie, looked angle after angle to keep himself safe before trying to find that push. I mean, in a 1v3, there's not a lot you can do. But I gotta say, though, the adaptation from the Nation has been a bit of a silent one, but it's been a deadly one at that. It's almost been invisible. The small little adjustments and placements that we've been seeing, especially from someone like Wardell, has been pivotal about changing the momentum of the round. We saw 2 rounds in a row just now where Wardell was able to find the opening pick, eliminating very critical members that 99 Strength had to rely on in order to get these rounds to be successful. You remove T-Dog, you remove Typhoon before that. Where's that pop-off value now if you don't have Typhoon in your round?
Yeah, it's hard because in 99 Strength, they slowly started to lose, no pun intended, their strength as the Nation. Slow, I know. It was a little, off the charts there. But 99 Strength, they again, they lost their strength. The Nation, they were fighting and fighting and fighting. And I feel like at some point, they kind of let go of that aggression a bit early on the defense and just tried to play a bit more careful, but also still had their tendencies playing later into the round. So the timing a bit off, but at the same time it worked because they caught them off that guard, and then at the end of the day they managed to really bring things back. But overall, I think upper quarterfinals, let's not forget, they're coming to upper semis. Like, we're getting super close to making it to those finals, and that is the worrying part. 99 Strength making it this far, again telling everybody we want to be able to get this 2-0 and really doing the numbers. But I mean, as time goes on, you see the Nation and they just get stronger and stronger.
They do, and keep in mind too, this is the worst performing map for the Nation. They have about, I believe, a 60% win rate on the map, and while that's not terrible by any means, it's much lower than all the other maps we've seen them play in open qualifiers and last chance qualifiers. And when they're starting off too on their defense, it is slightly better in terms of their win rate, but I don't know. Gompers, I feel like that 99 Strength, they're already good for the half. We have one more round in this half to see whether or not it turns into a tied 6-6 game. But as we swap sides, I feel like 99 Strength might be able to persevere and keep this lead. They'll be swapping over to the defense where they have a 75% win rate against all the teams they faced against so far this year. And there's only one round left to see if it turns tied or if 99 can even keep this lead snowballing to the second half.
You're going to have to pull some numbers there. I think Zinc with the lockdown is going to be great to even just keep the site. I mean, I think at some point, you know, taking it so slow is dangerous, but they need to be careful of Wardell, hence why you can see that drone coming out. Sui tried to destroy it before it became a detriment, but already backed off. Wardell having to regain their ground, but Stewie is going in hard with the Odin. And really just pushing back. Wardell won't even let it go, but the reposition is great, because back outside of this lockdown and still managing to be able to take something through just the wall. And it's not over yet. Wardell is looking for more, but right underneath you, Wardell, it's not over. The 3K down, and one more to go. It's T-Dog. We talk about the IGL, and we talk about the person that is leading the group. But what are they going to do? Yeah, they transfer over.
And it's a slow crawl. Already there, T-Dog, 87 HP, a 1v5, trying to deny the flawless here. T-Dog good for one, has to hide, paranoia delays for time, and now he can hide.
Oof. Yeah, hiding and seeking, but getting sought out. It was good. I mean, that was pretty unpredictable. So many wall shots.
I mean, Wardell. Gross gameplay on B site. So let's go back to our original question that we talked about before the game started. Wardell on an op versus Typhoon on an Odin. I think I know who might win. Maybe. After that round, maybe. But again, the tides could turn going into the second half. I don't think this is it for 99 Strength, and especially because it's 6-6. But again, they have such a high defensive win rate that the Nation, again, a team that has not historically done well on their pistol and buy-up rounds, this might be a great start again for 99. But we'll have to wait and see how this first round plays out.
Right here.
It's good, though. I think pistol round coming out, this is changing up the tide a bit, momentum a bit. We saw Chemicals really just going in at time after time again, but we're getting a slower approach here from the Nation. You know, first round, pistol round, looking for just some early round picks.
Yeah. As soon as contact's made, a footstep was heard, Sharky goes for the wall, and the double sentinel reigns true. Not a single lane the Nation can head towards where there isn't opposition. In fact, the best bet would be breaking this wall and just pushing in, but the dark cover goes down, blocking that vision even if the wall breaks. You don't know if someone's in wine now. They could be right around the corner from that smoke. You rotate the mid, guess who you have to deal with? It's Chemicals in Marketplace. Maybe you trade could be a good option. No, there's a double contact held by T-Dog and Sharky. Everywhere you go, there will be a fight. The Nation, they're really good about taking those fights, but not on pistols.
Interesting to see. You know, nothing yet. Waiting for that 30-second mark quite possibly, but that Killjoy util, you got to hit that suppression spot on if you even want to be able to get through that
30 seconds
without
left.
getting some of that damage down, or even just utilizing a Sova Shock Dart, but not there just yet. They take it out, slowly working up. Chemicals taking the off angle, nobody checking it, and puts them in a good spot. 99 strength. They're slowly working up towards another win.
The awareness, the holds of the side. T-Dog's good for one, but at what cost? There's only 2 left now for the Nation. 10 seconds left, the spike going down, just barely. If there's anything to take down Wardell, the round is over. But he gets it down just in time, only for a defuse immediately after. What a good start for 99, only losing a single body in the process.
At least having, you know, some of that economy going into the plant, but yeah, the Nation, I mean, if they want to invest into this, they can, but so far, really just going into that anti-eco.
Yeah, and the awareness from Chemicals at the top of Marketplace was unbelievable too. Hit with the paranoia, sees the fragment grenade down below, hops out of the way, keeps himself in the fight. It's always about safety first with 99, and I really appreciate that. And now that there's a round lead, the Sage Ball might return again, but I'm assuming that the Nation are going to play a lot faster this time around. They're all grouped up. They're ready to fight.
Oh, the one-way scary, but you see Wine, T-Dog. Nobody's there to help. Instead, using the paranoia for themselves, taking the shot. Instead to get out, but Wardell coming along, 6 health left. For the heal, this is perfect. The Sage allowing for at least some of that risk to be taken.
And there's no chance of a pinch either. The Nation are trying to break the Sage wall, allowing other people to access A main, but it's not working out. Everyone's aware of the locations of these attackers. Tig, though, hit by the alarm bot, trying to go for a lurk in the back spawn. To rotate over to B for the big picture for the Nation, but Tig is there to disrupt the rotates from 99. Just a matter of whether or not it can succeed. Brax is there too.
Okay, Ares in hand, but Tig still manages to fight it off. Typhoon. Not a lot to do there. Chemicals could honestly pick this up and do what they please with it, but still watching the back of their teammate Zinc. Waiting, hearing the sounds. Okay, Tig is there. Perfect. I mean, they knew just based off the noise.
And now look at this, the Nation. They fought so hard just to get control of B site, and there's only 2 people left. Spike goes down, the turret's there for some information, but again, you're dealing with Stingers and a Sheriff.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, never-ending fights coming, taken out here. Again, we talk about the anti-eco and everybody getting taken down left and right for the Nation. But getting a taste of that defeat for one more time until we reach that bonus.
Another round win for 99. The pistol round and the buy-up in the hands of them, but not the Nation. If history can repeat itself, these rifle rounds are always super strong in the favor of the Nation. But again, everywhere you try to rotate, if there's a presence there from the defense, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy whatsoever, but it's a 4-1 split yet again. Turret down, having mid control off of it. Those rotates, at least for a mini flank from 99, aren't going to be easy, but they have the entirety of spawn to do it too. So the suppressing knife goes down. T-Dog forced to back away, hiding in Wine yet again. This worked last time off of the one-way, but surely the Nation are aware of it this time around.
Yeah, I'd be more afraid of, like, what? What's happening here down in A? Are they going to push that or are they going to stay?
It's looking like they're going to head towards mid. There's an alarm bot there. And Typhoon does have a Sheriff on the other side. It can penetrate through the wall if he can get it correctly. But the Sage wall does eventually break, and there's only one person on the other side, and that's going to be Sharky. Sharky can just back off contact, though. Head back towards the back of A. It's a slow mini default now for the Nation. They're taking this so unbelievably slow. And they've been spotted out a little bit. Typhoon's there. The alarm bot falls. But the shots trade back and forth, and no one's really hit.
Yeah, walk up in mid. Everything is completely cleared out. You know, you don't have that killjoy util, and once they notice that, this actually could be such a good execution for the Nation.
30 seconds
having that lack of utility, only having 2 players left over towards B. Everybody surrounding A here, 499. With 30 seconds left, there is some time.
Marketplace seems like the way to go. Chemicals hiding in that small corner is flashed out. And look at this, 2 different lanes to deal with. Surrounded completely. Chemicals fall for this Zinc from the back.
Down B. 10 seconds left.
Still looking around down in Boathouse. Zinc, okay, the paranoia coming out. Being able to at least obscure some of that vision.
There's no time.
On both sides, yeah, nothing to do here. Sharky is quite literally just waiting for something to happen, but an eBay clutch comes down, and I mean, the Nation a bit too late.
And a lot of bodies were lost in the process there. The Nation, only with 2 rifles, they're able to scrape together a better buy here, but look at the util sacrifice. Not as much as I really thought it would be. Stewie might not be able to full buy, but everyone else actually in a pretty good spot. There is light shields from Rossi. Otherwise, though, not much to complain about. Just depends on whether or not he's going to stick with that, with the classic. No, he goes for the Phantom and light shields. So not the worst buy in the world, being down 3 rounds. But I want to put your attention over to Chemicals. Does have that operator outside B, but no one's heading over there. But the Nation, they love to rotate. They show that early presence outside of A main. They choose to back off. We'll go back over to mid. And look at that re-rotate from Chemicals now. Op is already in hand, ready for that alarm bot to be triggered.
Oh, I'm waiting for something to happen here. Chemicals slowly peeking around. This is a jet-to-jet situation. They see the weapon, but maybe shooting a bit too late. They had to silence. Nobody even knew they were there.
No. And now there's no presence in mid at all for the defense. Only at best could be Typhoon rotating back around. He doesn't have his recon bolt yet, but he's going to hide and wait for the push-up. It happened before with Tig's lurk, but this time he's much slower than normal, and Chemicals is able to reposition perfectly into the front lines of the nation.
Oh no. They're gonna peek this. They know that there's a possible op. Their Chemicals being completely backed off. They knew from before as to when Wardell was sitting down in mid. They knew the reposition probably could have happened, but one more there. Watch out, Wardell's in just below the box, and Rossi finds it, so they managed to clear things out.
In 99, they're grouped up together again. The first time in the post plant, they have less bodies than the attack, and they don't know about Tig. The lurk range true, but they're still Sharky.
Just looking to push forward. Typhoon having the flank. But again, right, like, waiting for the exit frags. Due to having these expensive weapons and not having the economy for the next round, Sharky putting a bit more cash into the bank.
And Typhoon's already hiding away. Sharky's looking for exits here, but instead it's the turret on top of Brax, the human turret, to take them down. All that's preserved now for 99. Their flawless defensive half now ruined. They at least get to keep the Odin. It's not the end of the world. But now the nation, that's the strength of their adaptations reigning through again. They may just be able to get those next 2 rounds to tie it up. But it took a lot of lurking, a lot of rotates over and over again to displace 99 strength. And Tig's lurk, paramount too, to make sure there were less bodies for the retake too. This is an exciting game. This is close.
Yeah, the nation. I mean, they've really just kind of stepped up their game, but Brax having the lockdown is something that I really want to see take action here to continue to really bring things up closer.
And there haven't been too many opportunities for Sharky to go for a safe res either, but it's a full save besides that one Odin. Making sure there won't be any more economic rounds after this. Everyone on the nation are playing so slow. But instead of having the lurk from Tig, T-Dog is pushed all the way up towards Arches to make sure no one can get by. And that recon bolt makes sure he's safe too. He does get hit a little bit by a rogue bullet, but I don't think they're aware about his presence. But that means no one's in wine. No one's directly countering a site, except for Typhoon with that Odin. So this might be the safest way to entry in.
I'm not sure. I think with the Odin, actually, it begs to be a bit dangerous, right? The smoke coming down there. Wardell's going to try to at least get themselves up to the high ground. But I don't think anybody knows. No, Wardell coming back down. So there isn't much of that danger coming around unless you peek that Zinc, taking the headshot in, and everybody getting a head full. Wardell has to back themselves back down.
And Brax is there for the lurk this time around. Spots out Sharky.
Oof.
What a trade. But it's again a 2v4. Again, this round started off as a thrifty for 99. And now again, just setting up for exits. Disrupting the economy, hopefully for the nation. But everyone's just staying still on site. This was such a good take from the nation again. They're playing much more into mid. Making sure there's no rotatability anymore. And Stewie's out for the prowl. He's looking for the hunt. And T-Dog's hiding.
To me, I find it interesting that they didn't even try that. Look at the util they have available. They have so much informational util, and not only that, a paranoia to block that site. They could have utilized maybe, obviously the drone to come down to at least heighten their chances of pushing forward. They could have used the recon dart to at least distract, and then put that paranoia out while, they're really trying to put that pressure in with the Soviet util. It just surprises me. There was such a chance there.
To me, it felt like it was just much more of a safety round. Ensuring, just taking down bodies, playing for fights, ensuring the ult economy can raise up a little bit more. Because keep in mind, Typhoon did have that Odin, so you can go super aggressive, especially with that utility. You're down 2 bodies. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, and there's so much opportunities for trading. And now there's the Blade Storm for Chemicals. We're probably not going to see that this round. More likely than not, though, maybe that defensive lockdown. A lot of early pointing out for the 0 point, coming out from the nation. But instead of backing away, Chemicals disrespects it and pushes up. Everyone else backs off, though. And now instead of an alarm bot, there's a turret in mid. That's going to be a lot harder for the nation to destroy. They're going to have to dedicate more time, stand still more. And if someone like T-Dog's right on the other side, it's not going to work out that well. But no, he chooses to go back to the defensive spawn. And what do you do here? Everyone's at a standstill again. Alarm bot's still inside tree. Wardell looking to see what kind of row corner someone could be hiding in, because 99 love to hide in those corners. But no, 99, they're playing a completely passive game. They're just waiting for the nation to make a move. We have lockdown. We can go for a retake off of that.
Yeah, I'm interested as to like why the nation, you know, haven't really put, I mean, my apologies, 99 haven't put themselves a bit more heavily towards mid, and why the nation haven't actually progressed towards mid and actually abused the fact that there isn't a lot of util surrounding that particular area and not a lot of attention. I mean, right here, you got the null command coming out, the suppression's coming through, but only one player is sitting left on that site, and T-Dog, I mean, inconveniently being played down around in mid, but two players, okay, they see that, they can back.
And the door is closed. It's going to buy more time. The attacking Killjoy ultimate doesn't find much, but the 0 point's going to find a litany of info. T-Dog managing to hide. It's a 4v4 for the retake, though. All lining up one by one off the double contact inside of Marketplace. T-Dog should be aware, but he doesn't know how many. And he falls regardless.
Good flash. Great from Rossi. I mean, they managed to at least offset Sharky. Sharky having to turn around and turn back, not having the correct positioning there. The Chemicals is pushing up. The Defusal actually could have gotten half there, but Rossi coming up. The 1v1. He's standing still. He trusts the fact that nobody's defusing. Wardell has gone Zen, and he still doesn't care. He's slowly working up, and Chemical straight through the box. Takes Wardell's life. An eBay clutch. That was amazing.
Less than a second left for that defuse. Wardell's timing, had he gone a fraction of a second later, he may have been able to make some impact there, disrupting Chemical's defuse, but no. A bad case of the bad timings again. And Chemicals again. How many times can we talk about this dude for one match? His swings and the way he operates these gunfights have been so good. And it's throwing the nation off, whether it be attack or defense.
Yeah.
And even after winning that round, just by a hair, they've hit double digits and go for a timeout. Because the nation, again, similar to what 99 Strength have been able to achieve for their attack, they play slow and they operate off of a lack of info for the defense to use. Slowly crawling onto a site. They isolate those 1v1s. They use those ultimates very much to their advantage. It feels like the most, I don't even know how to describe it, the most impactful rounds we've seen for attackers this map have been based on ultimates.
Again, like, they're doing a great job, though. I mean, this is 99 Strength's map pick, and, you know, they're really trying to push hard towards taking this one in. So, you know, you put yourself in a pretty difficult position already here for the nation. You have to try your best to succeed. But 99 Strength, their main goal here was to just come in and be this underdog that really just rose and created their own story.
And off of that timeout, we see 99. A bit of a counterplay here. The nation, they're pushing towards A aggressively, and they've had it read right. The turret's going to find first contact. The alarm bots go down, and the nanoswarms rise up. Oh, Wardell, he eventually collapses against Zinc. No one's left on site. The Hunter's Fury to create more space. No one's able to push up. Wardell going crazy, finds yet another one. And all that's left now is two. Sharky at least eliminates Rossi. But that's full site control again. Too fast for the naked eye. All that's left now is Sharky and Typhoon to collapse back.
Harsh reality starting to set in for 99 Strength. Okay, we're here in a 2v4. What can we do? I mean, nothing as of right now. So yeah, that save comes down. They're bringing themselves back to save once again. And I feel like I've seen a lot of saves out of 99 Strength.
And oftentimes in a map like Ascent, we see those saves come out from someone who has an Odin or even an Operator, but yeah, you're completely right. 99 Strength, they've been playing this defense very safe, but I also don't blame them. They've won 4 rounds so far on this half, and the nation, yeah, they're coming closer and catching up, but it feels like 99, they've been able to control pretty much what the beat for beat the nation can at least achieve per round. They're being great about denying space, and it's just instances like Wardell just popping out and disrupting those lines of sights against someone on the defense has been the biggest strength for the team, but it hasn't been that consistent.
Consistency is 100% key, but I mean, we're reaching the edges of the game. We're reaching that match point. We've hit double digits already. And we got that resurrection, so you get that second chance here for 99.
And just more and more adaptations, mostly on the focal point of Zinc here. Last round, he placed all of his util on A. Now it's a little bit in B and mid. But there's been no response. Wardell returns with that operator, and that might be why we've seen so much respect for mid and catwalk. No one wants to swing into Wardell's operator. It's that scary. Sharky hasn't used the wall yet either. Neither in A main or in tree.
Wardell, though, with the op, staying patient and waiting, knowing T-Dog might be around the corner, but 99 Sharky having the cross with him, the contact there, but are they going to peek off it? It's beautiful. The teamwork. T-Dog goes down, but there is that return. And at least right now, 2 players down on the nation, but only 1 left.
On the spike. Almost unretrievable now for Tig. Has to bring down these emergency stars and just get rid of Typhoon and Sharky's line of sight to grab it. 35 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
There's still time to rotate out from catwalk over to B, but not by much. Instead, it might be a dedication towards A. But no, the spike ejects itself from tree. They're going through market. They're taking the risk. They don't know what kind of utility could be all over side B, and there's 2 nanoswarms to worry about. Chemicals hides. And Tig is there for the lurk again. It's rotating back over towards A site. 99 strength, they're taking the bait. Hook, line, and sinker, and Tig is there for the rotate. 99 strength doesn't know where the spike's gonna end up. He's usually playing by himself. But at least the res comes by for the 4v3 retake.
Trying to get out, Prax. Getting caught off the angle. But opportunity arises here, Tig. I mean, this might be the clutch factor here. Tig has such a good angle, being able to catch them off guard. The first, the second miss. So Zinc is able to take it. We're hitting 11-9. Match point 1 round away.
And remember, too, this is the worst attacking side that the nation has for their worst performing map. They've struggled here plenty of times in open quals and even LCQ, but they're still keeping it competitive. A 2-round differential has highlighted the entirety of this game, and this is only map 1. And again, just the resilience of playing off of the utility and the environment itself from 99 has been such a big, strong factor for them. Their win condition is just waiting for the nation to push in, waiting to disrupt, and Wardell losing the op in the process can only do hurt. And look at the buys again. Wardell, he had spent so much in the previous rounds. He has the bare essentials again. But if he loses out here, it might be a forced buy into round 12 if they lose. And no one's moving. Mid remains as a no man's land, but keep in mind too, Chemicals pick up that operator. They can play a little bit more safe in mid. They have the turret to work with too. If that's, no, it doesn't ping anybody. That could have been an instant shot from Chemicals.
Yeah, I don't think Chemicals is going to move from here, especially as that smoke starts to dissipate, knowing Wardell's position, and he doesn't have the dash either, but the timing a bit off.
Wardell has to hide. He's now playing the lurk instead. Tig has the spike to work with. But there's no map pressure at all from the nation. They're still pretty much right where they started, and there's less than a minute left. Typhoon does not have the Odin, but can still shoot through the wall in the back. He has almost no info to work with. He has no drone, no recon, no nothing. But he has to push up instead. 36 seconds left now, Gompers. It's a mad dash back over to B.
Ooh, yeah, Chemicals too, sitting down on stairs. They were confident that they had that, but the angle was perfect. Although the timing not there, down inside a boathouse, everybody working up, and it's at least 2 players alive, but Sharky not even close to where everybody's standing here for 99. So 99 strength, I mean, put in a really difficult position now with Sharky not even knowing who's around down and mid. The shot's whiffing, but still manages to pick something up. I mean, exit frags are the only thing you can play for.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sage is going for the self-heal, but you can't really heal as much as you used to be able to. Only a little bit now. And you're right. Only for exits now, Gompers. This is so rough. But that's going to mean the nation, they hit double digits, and it's a 1-round differential. They've been able to keep their heads just barely above water. The nation now going to the next round. They have no command to work with. Rossi picks up the operator. A very lucrative success for this round too. But with that no command, that means it could be a free entry to either both A or B site or wherever they choose to go for that final execute.
Yeah, I mean, overall, there isn't really much to work with here for 99. The best thing that could be used for is just trying to counter maybe Zinc and trying to stall out the potential to utilize that lockdown. But lockdown could come through at any point in time. And I mean, we're hitting a disadvantage here for 99 strength, right? Economy's starting to get pretty low. This is the last round that they can really pick themselves back up.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, Lockdown and Hunter's Fury in their hands too. They could deny the the null command if possible. But it really comes down to what the nation wants to do and how fast they want to push this round. And immediately 0 point into the usual, not connecting either shots. And everyone's at a standstill again. But you're right about that economy. 11 rounds in doesn't mean you're safe just yet. You could very well see the tides turn where the nation gets 11-11 and the economy's broken for 99. That could be 12-11 for the nation's favor. It's a big game of math here. And let me tell you, I'm not a math man. But this is a story unraveling all at once. Everyone's playing so safe this round. The wall of entry does go up at the top of A. Catwalk's blocked off for the nation. The Owl Drone might be able to find some information, but T-Dog hides. No one at least is in wine. That's some info that the nation can use. They still have that null command. Now Brax farming orbs has the lockdown as well.
You should run.
The take falls. You lose out on your smokes. The lockdown's placed down from both sides. It's a Venn diagram of doom. And this promotes the nation to rotate across the entirety of the map through mid, most likely back into B. And Chemicals is waiting on lane.
Yeah, null command getting pulled out. Perfect here. But Zinc, I mean, just sitting down within the corner, knowing they're going to try to peek through. Chemicals having that cross, but nothing working out just yet. The resurrection is perfect, but Sharky hears it. Sharky, what are you going to do? Do you have the potential? And they do. But a 1v2, this is where Stewie 2K has to, you know, show everybody what they came here to bring. What legacy are they making for themselves this time in this particular game? But as they start to wrap around, this is perfect. They get the off angle. They slowly work around.
They don't know.
Sharky doesn't have any idea, but now's the time. You have to run in. He's sticking it, and T-Dog has the trust and knows what to do.
By a hair once again. Sure, there was 30 seconds left for the spike defuse. But 2 rounds now for the defense. 99 just barely got that spike to be defused before absolute disaster struck. And now they're at match point.
Yeah.
Their best side, their best defense half. They need 1 more round to bring us to the next map. The nation still need 2 more, and this is a great time to go for a timeout here.
I mean, not to mention, yeah, we literally saw 99 strength. They didn't have the economy. They didn't have the strength to really pull through within this round. I mean, they had a stinger, but that opening pick was perfect. They did their job. They got their one, and they allowed everybody else to take charge. And now they don't have that worry of allowing, you know, 11-11 to come through and then having to worry about what are we going to do next.
You don't have to worry about taking around like that. You need those smokes for the post plant, and instead you had to rely on T-Dog only. But, well, T-Dog had to rely on his team. But Tig going down, that was not the best maneuver. And those ultimates, too, proved to be so helpful. The double KJ lockdown on A site made sure that literally no one could contest the site.
Yeah.
That could have been a big game of bluffing, where you just rotate back, but no one did. Instead, 99 strength throughout the entirety of the defense have been able to read these rotates from the nation fairly well. It's just a matter of getting on site, the nation winning out the gunfights, and even then, you can look at the round scoreline here. It's been very inconsistent. Almost every single round from 99 has been won on the defense by a defuse. These post plans are so important for both teams. Early 0 point again, the same tried and true early round for the nation comes by. This drone comes out fairly early on, and yet there's nobody on mid. No utility, no nothing. Typhoon's already used that recon bolt. No one there to play off contact. He's just floating, waiting to hear the audio sounds. Maybe trying to help out Zinc if he gets pressured.
Yeah. You can actually see some of those pings too. Hey, like there's information down in mid, information over towards B. 499 strength, and the drone coming down. That catches off too, which is perfect. Actually, 3 coming up here with a spike. They know they're hitting. The turret comes around, the fast rotation through, and Sage still waiting around in mid, but Zink slowly waiting down in Cubby. The spike inside of their possession, and the 2v2, the 2v3, not even brought out perfectly. And even though Typhoon was sitting around the back trying to get the spray through, it was Zink that really clutched things up, and the win factor, the win condition of this map, but it's still up to Stewie. There still is time. The
30 seconds left.
V1. Maybe if something can happen here. We got that 30 seconds, but one just inside of market. The headshot needs to hit, and it doesn't. It's Sharky that makes sure Ascent is the round and the game of 99 strength.
99 strength looked so good through the entirety of this first map. There was never a point where they seemed like they couldn't balance anything out. Their economy was good, their weapon economy was great, they played together well, and they were able to outmaneuver and oftentimes outgun the nation. The only big X factor here was Wardell, I would say. His holds on B site exemplary, and we see that in the replays here, but you couldn't rely on that operator every round, and I think 99 strength, biggest strength coming out from this first map was ensuring that Wardell could not be set up to succeed consistently. Without having that strength, without that brute force factor, it became a lot easier to take site and remove site control against Dewey's team.
Overall, you know, they again came into this wanting to take it 2-0, and they're feeling confident about it. 99 strength. They want to take this home as fast as possible. Not only that, but as accurately as possible as well. They're not looking to stop. And I'm a bit scared, but I mean, we know the nation, right? Once we hit that second map, once the comfort starts to really arise, they're going to start to play better and better.
You're absolutely right. And for map number 2, it's a 100% win rate for the nation. And you know what? 99 strength, they've never played this map in an official, at least for challengers in LCQ. So you're going up against a team that, yeah, is flawless so far, but when your enemy team has no discernible video on them, how do you counterplay that before you head into the match? The nation, they're so good about counterplay.
Yeah.
They're really good at it. But sometimes, kind of like we just saw in Ascent, it comes out a little too late. Granted, that is their weakest map, but if it comes out too late again, we could see 99 strength move forward ahead in LCQ, ahead of the nation.
I mean, we are, of course, in upper quarterfinals, and things are getting closer and closer than ever. But I know you guys want to see that second map, so we're going to hand it to you right after this break.
Yo, check it out. Want to know if the price of those Wave Runners is too good to be true? Or if I Wear My Kicks 49 is truly selling dead stocks? Or if that Jordan 1 Royal Box is original? eBay checks. See that little blue check mark? Behind it is a team of independent authenticators who check. And we mean everything. Every tongue, check. Every toe box, check. Every corner of every box, check, 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 check. Every logo, every label, every lace loop. Yeah, it's checked. The luster of the leather, the topography on the tags, to the straightness of the stitching on the sole. Everything you can see, and even some things you can't.
Really?
Then they tag them, log them in the system, box them up, and ship them out, with no cost for the buyer or seller. eBay checks, so the moment you open that box is as real gets.
Finally, you can stay in control of your thumbsticks. Natural evolution gave the gecko its amazingly strong grip. Our multi-patented SetX technology duplicates the microstructured fibers on a gecko's foot for a revolutionary new way to get a grip on game controller thumbsticks. Like a gecko's foot, the thousands of microstructures on each SetX anti-slip thumbstick grip provide high friction to the skin surface for a secure, comfortable grip, even when sweaty, giving you a competitive advantage. Stay in control with the secure and comfortable grip of SetX thumbstick grips. Inspired by nature, perfected by science.
The game starts long before the game starts. You get your gear right, your keyboard, your controller, your controller's controllers, and the keys to your keyboard. Because warm hands are faster hands. Gain the upper hand and power up your pregame warm-up with Zippo hand warmers.
Welcome back, everyone. 99 strength, winning map number 1 over the nation. Now, keep in mind, worst map for the nation, best map for 99 strength. And now, Gompers, we flop sides around. Now we go to one of the best maps that the nation has, and a map that we have not seen 99 strength play at any capacity.
A map that I personally don't enjoy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun, though. I really do. Obviously, you know, we talk about comfort and we talk about being able to put yourself in a good position. I think this is where we're going to see some different action come in as to where, you know, there was a bit of a struggle that we saw in Ascent, but then again, you know, it wasn't really the best map for the nation.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the big strength that we've been harping on is that the nation are really good about that counterplay.
Absolutely.
They have a very slow start, but then they're able to ramp it up. And a lot of that, I feel, comes down to the comfortability of the players in the server. Once they really start feeling themselves, Wardell, a perfect example. Once you start warming up a lot, you see things like Wardell getting a crazy 4K, defending with an operator close range on a site like on Ascent. That's ridiculous to see. But I want to see that snowball into map 2. They have to be able to take that energy and bring it back over.
And the energy is the only thing that they can do. It's getting late, you know, they're playing a couple games. They're going to have to go into actually another best of 3 after this as well. So, you know, this is your first game. You put your all into it and you continue to go forward because that victory is only going to help you in the next game as well. But 99 strength, they're already doing what they said they wanted to do, which is bring that 2-0 into fruition. And when we talk about that 2-0, the second map is coming up and we got to be careful with that.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what the agent composition is going to look like. 99 strength, they kind of play all over the place. They have set roles per player, but oftentimes they kind of go back and forth with it. There might be a game where we see a double controller. We could see, maybe if they want to throw us off a little bit on bind, maybe a Viper comp. We'll have to wait and see. Viper, maybe Brim, or maybe we could have that Omen on there too. There's a lot of possibilities for bind right now, and it really comes down to our initial analysis to be, okay, well, what does 99 strength want to play on this map? What kind of style are they going to go for?
Yeah, style-wise, you know, we haven't seen much bind, which is something that, that's hence the reason why I'm a bit excited to be able to see bind today. But then again, you know, comfort pick when you think about it. This is the map pick of, I believe it is, actually. It says here, the nation. So the nation definitely feeling a bit more comfortable on bind. And then again, right, bind is actually pretty famous for the flanks and pretty famous for being able to commit to really quick rotations with TPs and things like that. So knowing the fast pacing of the nation, knowing that they really like to play with the emotion of their opponents, I think this is going to be so perfect for them to really flourish into their own personas and just go in, go heavy, and go home.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I want to see a heavy-hitting 99 strength.
Yeah.
A lot of that second half, where they were on the defense for Ascent, they played so passive. They played slow. They were just waiting for the nation to make the first move, and then once the nation kind of exposed themselves and put themselves in a vulnerable spot, it was up to the nation to be like, Okay, yeah, we'll take you down. Yeah, here's a KJ lockdown. Here's a Hunter's Fury on top of that. You know what, whatever, we'll have an operator too. They just throw everything they can at the nation at that first move, but they're gonna throw something at us now, Gompers. We're gonna see the agent select in. I'm very curious about 99 strength.
I'm curious as well. I want to see what they're going to pull out here. I've been wanting to see the Omen. We got to see the Omen last game. What are we going to see this game? We're seeing T-Dog bringing it out. This kind of feels like the same, actually, yeah, the same composition that we saw before on Ascent, but this time Rossi not sticking to that KO.
Yeah, and keep in mind the composition for 99 strength side is probably a little bit older too, so we're seeing a lot of variety here. I mean, last time it was Zing playing KJ on this map, who knows when, and now transitioning over to the Viper role. It's the double controller that we predicted to see, range true again, but there's a big worry. Essentially, your Viper now for the defense is your Sentinel. You don't have that sort of tripwire potential to find information like you would with a Cypher. There's no alarm bot or turret like you would for a Killjoy. You have to rely on contact here, and well, that was something that the nation, 99 strength kind of avoided to do on the first map.
Yeah, and I like the variety. I like what I'm seeing. I like the Viper being brought out onto Bind a bit more, the double controller composition. That's something that I feel is exciting to me and something that we haven't seen in a while, but it's coming out today, and that is something that is going to be hype. Now, when we talk about what we're going to see, I mean, you already see the wall coming down on A.
Yeah, wall goes on A. That's going to be designed to separate out a lot of Lamp's control. So the point of the push here is to take control of showers, hopefully, and then just sandwich out for A site. For A site in particular, and both sites on B, on Bind, you really want to take 2/3 of the site. But that's a big struggle already, as there's a lot of early defensive contact from 99. We talked about how much they wanted to avoid those gunfights, and they're proving us wrong for this pistol. They're trying to destroy any semblance of map control. And it's really down to this push in showers. If Rossi can wait it out, might be rewarded heavily. But again, with a minute left, Gompers, there's no map control in the nation's favor that favors them at all.
Yeah, a bit worrisome there. I mean, a jiggle peek out, Sharky getting some of that damage through, but having to back themselves away. Still recollecting themselves for 99 strength. And again, right, this patience is going to work out well, because once the nation starts to push up on that site, they already have the players left on both sides to really just take things on their grasp.
Yeah, and Zing's Viper Wall's nasty here. Blocks off both contact angles from inside Hookah and also Garden too. You have to just push in.
Yeah, they're pushing in all right. Chemicals, oh, straight away, far away. The Frenzies are going on a frenzy. And they're having their fun here. The pistol round looking amazing, but Wardell looking to clutch things up already the way around. You gotta be careful down in mid-tube. It is a war zone. And Wardell left alone. The right click, all you need, but doesn't even want to peek it because Sharky does have the, I mean, just the advantage overall.
Yeah, he just bobbed and weaved all over the site. I mean, everywhere you go, he was like a shadow in the beginning here. Wardell, I thought for sure had that most dominant favor of the site. Brax was there for the follow-up, but again, just up until that final 1v1, I thought for sure that Execute was going to be in the nation's favor, but instead, though, the stopping power of having at least that wall inside of showers helps. But that Viper wall again, you cannot see anything if you're the nation. And by the time you're already face-to-face with that defensive Viper wall, it may already be over. Early guiding light peeks up against Sharky, delays his timing, but the wall still goes up. Some pieces of it somewhat broken, but it's not enough to push into showers yet. It's a great setup here for the 99 to start off the round, but that spike is not dedicated towards showers. It's over an aiming where they're also blocked off.
Yeah, and that's such a good hold, too, because once you have these players trying to push up towards showers, look at this, they go back. They try to rotate over, and the plan has changed. The
Viper wall goes up. Might be able to worm their way across either the lamps or maybe even the teleporter, but it goes down and there's no effect at all from the nation. They're playing slow. They're almost trying to outbluff 99 strength. You know what? We pushed up so much on our attacks last game. Now you can push up. But eventually that wall regains its energy. It comes back up. It's a slow crawl over, good util, a blind push onto the site, and Sharky's good for the opening pick.
Yeah, great from Sharky, but a lot more needed, right? You got 4 players on the site here for the nation. Slowly working their way up. Chemicals having to offset themselves because Rossi, actually doesn't even try to get the
30
refrag.
seconds left.
Instead, it really is up to 99 strength to just continue to pick these 1v1s that they're taking here for the nation. But it seems to work out. Slowly putting
2v2?
themselves together. Yeah, 2v2 here.
Enemy remaining.
And it works. Zinc slowly finding their way about it, but Tig left alone in a 1v2 situation. Now 12 seconds left and nothing to do with it.
Man, no matter where you go, there's always going to be that clutch factor on either site. If you go B, you got to worry about Sharky a little bit. If you got to go to A site, guess who you have to worry about? It's Sharky. No matter where you go, Sharky's just everywhere looming about. But I also want to give credit to Zinc. I think both Sentinels for 99 strength have been putting in maximum effort these last two maps. And yeah, we're only 2 rounds in, but still, the stopping power to delay the nation from overswinging has really put them, again, a much lower tempo than we're used to seeing, and it's throwing off their game a bit. But again, those first 2 rounds are never in the nation's favor. They have their rifles now. They can play a little bit more aggressive here. But look at that group up outside of B. The teleporter, it's been activated, and now suddenly it's a big giant battle.
Yeah, and it's already beautiful. Slowly pushing themselves upward. They're coming a bit too far, so the punishment is there. They're already taking the site. You got so many players left alone down in showers, and now they gotta fight their way out. But how can they when everybody's sitting on the site? You got some of that util already obscuring that vision, and Rossi on the come up.
You're trapped. You try to rotate, then re-rotate around. The guiding light blinding 2 of the 3 last left alive, but the teleporter, it's going to be the safe passage for the nation. But look who's already rotating. It's Zinc. Zinc was a great clutch factor in pistol round. Snake bites go down, though. Easier said than done. Brax also a Viper. Able to kind of go for a Cold War stalemate maneuver using the smokes and the snake bites to delay this push.
Oh, everybody pushing out too. This is perfect. At least the dog coming through. This is why I love the sky. You have something to work with there in Rossi. I mean, really just needing to put their head up above and see just a pixel.
And that was a really good round win, despite the fact that 99, they took a almost full team teleporter right into the back lines of the nation, and they found what? Maybe just 1 pick? At best 2? They weren't able to capitalize on this, even with lesser weaponry. Wardell fell, and that was just about it. Rossi was good for chemicals, yeah, but that was the returning factor. That rotate play didn't work out as well as they had hoped, but at least on a thrifty round, it was a better risk to assess. Now rifles for both teams, except for Brax and Stewie. And they're the ones in the back lines.
Yeah.
Oh, but Wardell!
The infamous wall, and Wardell is taking advantage of it. There's little cracks and crevices in there, and you wouldn't think somebody would want to peek that. But, I mean, Wardell's a different breed.
And because of that 99 strength, they're forced to back off a little bit, but T-Dog, toying with the devil, tried to push up. And we're back to pretty much where we start for a lot of these rounds. The nation pushing up with a little bit of utility. Doesn't mean there's necessarily a follow-up. The Haunt, though, does speak promises, but it's instantly destroyed. That spike is dedicated nowhere.
Yeah. Up in Hookah, you can tell Zinc is really just waiting for some sort of noise to utilize that snake bite to push forward, but everybody's kind of split up here on the attack. Now they're slowly trying to regain themselves. 30 seconds coming up. This is where the aggression starts to form.
Yeah, Orbital Strike goes down, tries to help disrupt some of the positions. T-Dog and company going for trades on trades. Forced pretty much to get that spike onto the site, but it falls. All that's left, a 3v3. No site control whatsoever. No one can see a dang thing. And it's up to Stewie to go for the plant.
And Wardell won't let it rest. Still looking for more, actually. As they slowly work up, Stewie 2K finding a couple of their own. And now you're really just leaving Zinc having nothing in their arsenal to use to help. I mean, at this point, they could probably throw a smoke down to cover up something, but you know, Stewie 2K low enough. How are they going to push this? I mean, they're trying, but the error is there. This is a bit closer than the last game.
Yeah, already. I mean, we saw some ties fairly late into the first map. But at this point, we haven't seen 2 and 2. The rifles coming out yet again from the nation. A bit of an eco, oh, not bad of an eco, but some eco damage from the last rounds carrying over. And 99, they're possibly relegating away their tie for going for a full thrifty here. Sharky does have the resurrect, So this could be a much more aggressive round for 99 side, but we haven't really seen a successful take for B side, well, in a long time from the Nation. They're opting to stack up there. Spike's not dedicated anywhere. Default once again from the Nation. Sharky doesn't go for the wall this time. It allows more pressure for Stewie to take advantage of the fact, forcing Sharky to go all the way back triple. And the rotate's been called. B side now empty. Ooh, I love that axe.
Yeah, nobody has any idea what's going on over towards B for the Nation. But honestly, if they commit to this rotation, it would be perfect for them. Nobody is on B. Full rotated over. Especially since this is a save round. I mean, you would have to assume something like this would happen for 99.
Everyone's all stacked up inside of Lambs. And only now is Typhoon rotating. Typhoon has to play for audio here. With just a frenzy, you can't 1v5 the Nation. But who's to say it's a B-side execute anyways? That teleporter's right there. But all that utility goes down. Definitely gives the great mark that the entry goes in true. Full site control, nowhere to go except elbow for Typhoon. And even then, now the call's been made for the fast rotate. Pistols and stingers need to be up close, and there's rifles on the other side. That's Sky Smoke separating Wardell out for a possible massacre.
But Wardell doesn't separate himself, so having the boom bot to gather some of that information, or maybe even get some damage over here down in CT. But everybody knows where everybody is, right? They're well situated. The only players that don't know what's going on site is 99, but they slowly work their way up as a team. The group looking good, and they know this is the save round, but there is potential. They managed to maybe pick up some of these rifles, but if Brax has anything to say about it, he's gonna try to at least take away from the situation. The headshot coming down. They don't know where Take is, but Take is behind. And now, I mean, the team is in front, taking that lead for the Nation.
And you're completely right about that post plan. As a Thrifty round, you have to group up completely and just play as a giant mass of an army and hopefully get some eco damage. And it ended nearly in a 2v2. I mean, Tig was there for that final double kill at the end, but there was a lot of damage that 99 was able to achieve by pushing down a single lane of the site. But now the Nation takes the lead. Same vibro walls for both sides. No real big changes going into this round. However, the Nation, they're doing something different. They have that spike dedicated more towards Hookah's side. We've yet to see Hookah take come out from the attacking team, and this is the most pressure that's been applied.
Yeah, but the Viper wall there to create that diversion, and it's a great read because Brax is actually waiting for the breach, and over here on B, you know, you got this wall coming up, and really just trying to at least allow a possible back off for 99 just in case things happen, but
oh, Brax.
yeah, this fight's about to be picked off. Brax, such a good read again, right? Knowing and waiting for that refrag, which is good, but Sharky's not looking for it.
Keep in mind, both teams have double controllers, so they can deny the lines of sights and have huge lurking potential. And that rotate's been called again. Such a safe one, too, from Rossi, making sure that no one can meet his gaze. No crossfire, no line of sight at all. And instead, there's a lot of hiding inside Garden. The Nightfall range true. That's huge for info, forcing Wardell and Chemicals to go for these swings.
Oh yeah, but still up, down, and be long. Look at that. They utilize at least that pain shell.
Left.
They try to throw it forward, but Wardell a bit too quick with it. I mean, right there, probably not the best case scenario, nothing to back them up, but it's okay. The TP coming down. They are ready over towards A for the Nation, and they're ready to execute on the site.
And so now, likely hitting the teleporter. Yeah, they do. Okay, they stalled for a little bit. There was some gunfire against Tig, but now they have full control B site. Orbital strike. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sky smokes are used, blocking off from the backside. All you can really do here if you're 99 is go for those exits. Not even an attempt made to rotate all the way around. There is that teleporter behind B site that the Nation could use to escape the spike. But look at this. They're not playing for exits at all. They're going all the way around in the spawn. Maybe they're still looking for exits, but there's just so little time to go. With the timer of that spike ticking away, yeah, just hiding. The economy right now for 99 is not in the best shape. They have to preserve as many rifles as they can. But for the Nation, this is such a huge turnaround from what we had seen on Ascent. They started off so slow for their attack, but already now, at a time where their economy would have been in a bad spot too, they're just ramping it up more and more.
Yeah, sticking behind, saving it up. They don't even want to be seen right now. Hence why sitting so far back down in spawn. Not even their spawn, but, you know, the Nation.
They have a new home.
Yeah, it's great because they found their home and now they're just trying to find another one at this point. They need a bit more though to take that lead in, and it feels like 99. They're struggling here on Bind.
Yeah, but you know what? This is a great time to go for a timeout. There's still 2 rounds behind. It's the early parts of the game. They've lost 4 rounds in a row, sure, but this is the time to kind of reconvene. And honestly speaking, in terms of big picture, 99 strength isn't doing a lot that could be seen as like objectively wrong. It's these small little nuances that the nation are just rotating, over-rotating, and the pop flashes off of the guiding lights are tripping them up. And with the economy not being that stable for 99's defense, it's kind of hard to go for those consistent gunfights when you have to worry about, well, if I take this fight, am I going to lose this Phantom and have to play a Stinger the next round? So that safety is starting to backfire against them.
And it's so interesting, too, because 99, I mean, they won the first map, and who's to say that they're not able to win this one? But the biggest thing is that the nation, you know, with their name being out there a bit more, you know, you see these names were Del Rossi, TSM, right? You got all these big numbers on these players and all of these people who support them so heavily. And then there's 99 strength as to where, you know, you don't know them as well. And if this team manages to pick this up, I mean, not only do they make that name for themselves, but they also create the biggest upset and go up and really just make a legend out of themselves.
Oh, but look at this adjustment. Instead of having a Sage Wall inside of Showers, they have Viper Wall instead. It's a little bit more nebulous, but it does allow Wardell Company to push up.
Already coming up, Wardell's looking for something, but Zink is absolutely insane. One by one. Never letting go. But already, I mean, they managed to put the numbers in. Now all 99 needs to do is secure it.
And it's a caravan for 99 to make their way across the entirety of the map, and Rossi's already set up for anyone to push by. There has to be a fight no matter what. It's just a matter of reading where Rossi's location is.
Oh no, they're gonna peek this.
No,
the
timing!
Rossi having to be a bit more careful in moments like those. Not even watching with Stewie. Now Stewie left alone. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, right here, they're slowly working up. They don't even know Stewie's there. This is perfect. The spray down, not hitting. They don't even know that they haven't collected it yet. But still Sharky right behind, and that's what teamwork means. It just makes the dream work.
And again, off of attack timeout, a still broken buy, being able to play off the bad timing of Rossi to eventually push as a group. We're starting to see those more solo plays come out from the nation, but not a single time have we seen 99 do that. They're always playing as a group. There's always that trade factor. There's always somebody on the other side. And the nation is now forced to respect that again as 99, after a 4-round win streak, finally get a new round on the board. And they're just keeping up with the adjustments they've made. Sage is still on B site, and the Viper's Pit now blocking off all of A. This has been the prime point of entry for the nation the entirety of this game. And now with that gone, there's a chance we could see Showers, but we can already see where that spike is heading. And there's a lot of people like T-Dog on the other side of that sky smoke, ready for what they think is the inevitable.
Yes. Wardell up on attack, honestly, you've gotten kind of used to it. When
Still scary.
Yeah, still scary, but when you know, you're playing with Wardell, this is something you got to start to expect, but Typhoon doesn't. They're still standing up. I mean, they hear it this time. I mean, Typhoon went away easier than they should have been let away.
And everything 99 has right now is Wardell proof. The Viper's Pit, the wall, fast flashes going several meters away. The double controllers for everybody. That's 4 different agents that can block off Wardell's opping line of sight. It's a lockout right now, and Typhoon's able to bounce back, use the Trailblazer to find this info, and that's huge. That might promote a rotate for the teleporter. 30 seconds are left.
Oh, Orbital Strike coming out, but luckily enough, getting themselves down into a corner. Nobody knows. Wardell completely covered up by the Orbital, but Typhoon coming out and T-Dog shooting. They're not done, and they're not out of the picture yet. Yeah, the nation took the lead, but they're still in the run.
He's that T-Dog, man. He is so strong. And it wasn't really a big thing, but Wardell went for the entry despite having the op. He actually hands it off to Tig, who's meant to play the back lines, but unfortunately, Orbital Strike came down, a complete disarray. T-Dog was there for the meltdown, so you lose the operator, you lose a lot of functionality in that last round, and for 99, they clutch it up again. And we're back to saves. The Nation now, this might be a fast push. They have nothing but stingers. Tig is off and about on B site, maybe for some pressure, but no one pushes up. But this is a much faster round.
Yeah, creating an easier, you know, informational, I guess, aspect of things with Typhoon, bringing the dog in down in showers, but of course the back off. You know, once you get spotted, you can't really continue that execution.
It's like an exploration. It's like exploring surgery, you know? They're just checking to see what's going on. What are the little germs on the site defending it? What do we have to worry about here? But Tig has already made his way in. Talk about antibacterial looking so good. Typhoon, another one at Zinc. The whole kill feed littered with 99s. There's only one left, and it's Brax hiding. He's hiding in the pit. He has the spike, but the molly still blocks him off. He goes for a rogue play, the teleporter. There's only 3 left alive, a stinger in hand. Luckily, though, Brax has full utility to cover the site.
Yeah, they know they're going to be able to see that the spike has been planted. Yeah, so everybody's already coming in full force. But if Brax peeks this at the correct time, I mean, they may as well know, but they stop back. They see the smoke. They don't want to peek it. But it's going to dissipate shortly here. Only a couple seconds left until something happens. Brax waiting for the perfect moment to strike, but as it goes down, they don't know, but they see just in the nick of time.
It was a good stall from Brax, at least. A really, really good one at that. The fuse goes underway. 99 once more take the lead, but not by much. It's a battle right now of so many different levels. I keep focusing on the economy and the ultimate economy, but it's really important when you focus on the Nation. Considering the background and the other attack FPS games that have come by over the years, focusing on that economy is a big strength. Handing the operator off to another player, it's pivotal. All that synergy, that teamwork, what has defined the Nation, has been a dangerous game to play if it doesn't work out well, and that economy's back down in the slopes. The Nation now, they're able to regain themselves a little bit more. T-Dog now with an operator. Oh, good lord, I'm scared.
No, but a nice pullback, actually. They can't even peek this yet, so being able to help out Chemicals just a bit to hold this angle, but then again, you're going to have to watch your showers.
Oh, T-Dog.
This is a great angle from T-Dog.
He's got the dog in him. He's trying to go for it in case anyone rotates out, and T-Dog is so close, he has the right idea. But it's Tig and Stewie barely pushing up into hookah. He's lurking with an operator. He's trying to catch out someone rotating across the map. He's got the right idea. He's got the right solution, but the wrong formula. And Stewie sneaks by. No one runs. And T-Dog is just left waiting.
Still having them sandwiched in, though, which is perfect, because you got so many players on the site. Now T-Dog starting to move their way up, but so is the Nation. They haven't stopped just yet. They're ready to continue to take this run. I mean, they've lost the lead now, so they need to fight for it back again. T-Dog's going to be such a big detriment, because there comes the first one. But down inside of U-Haul, that's where the situation goes. You see the orbital strike. You have to run out of it, but T-Dog's such a big factor. I mean, it's going to be hard.
Rossi has the pop flash.
So much difficulty leading up to this moment. The T-Dog left alive, last standing, the operator, not going to be the easiest thing to play with.
That was such a risky play from T-Dog, and nobody picks up the operator from Nation either. But I have never, in my time of casting this game, have seen a lurking Brimstone with an operator. And the wild part is that he was so close to maybe disrupting Stewie's rotates and just completely dismantling how that execute would have gone, but just a little too slow on the play, playing a little too safe, but it is what it is. We have the gift of hindsight and seeing where everybody is on the board. T-Dog doesn't. And now we're back again to a default play. Erling guiding light finds pivotal information for 99 side, but what about these double Viper walls on A? There's some respect being given there, but Stewie's going to go for the more aggressive lurk, and Sharky has the right idea to maybe contest and watch this wall.
Oh, yeah, they're going to peek up. Oh, had not seen, actually. Sharky doesn't know. They're both
No,
very
Sharky
unaware.
saw.
Oh, well, at least, I mean, if they didn't know before, now they do.
You saw like the shoulder of Fade. The article of clothing. And the Nation just toy with us. They make it seem like, yes, this is where we're gonna go. Yes, we're showing an appearance a minute into the game. And then they just back off and re-exit the other site. I would say it's predictable, but so far, the Nation's kept it competitive. Seekers go down and they find a wealth of information. Orbital strike on top. Almost nowhere to go, and Brax pushes in. Good for a double. And all that's left now is 2. The same trick the Nation keeps pulling. And they do it successfully again.
I mean, the orbital has been deadly so far. I feel like from both sides. With T-Dog, you know, clearing out U-Haul, or Tig really just looking for that execution coming onto site. But perfectly enough, you know, you got 2 players. And 99 strength, the biggest thing is that they really do like to save up here.
Yeah, and the save I don't think is a bad call too. There's only one more round left in the half after this, and you have to preserve as much money as you can to make sure everyone can full buy into that final round. And even then, Sharky falls. It's up to Typhoon to hold on to this Vandal to make sure at least there's a little bit of a band-aid solution to this final round too. Keep in mind, we have not seen for a very long time 99 play this map. And they've kept it competitive too against the Nation, who so far have been completely flawless.
Everything is really aligning itself here. But, you know, it's been a back and forth for a while. 99, they have the Seekers to get early information if they please, honestly, here on the defense. But, you know, really up to them to choose what they want to use it for. I think the opportunity is there to take it 6-6, though.
And now we swap sides. Well, we're about to swap sides. I do have a stat for you, though, in this final round.
Bring them down.
Between the attack and the defense for the Nation have a 20% better win rate than their attack for their defense. And so far for their attack, starting it off with a victory, at least so far, it's up to 99 to make a move here to bring it to an even half. But no matter what, the Nation are looking good going to the second half themselves. And we see that early util dump. Rotate back over, and then probably the execute. The Chemicals and Sharky are hiding. They're well aware of this by now, but they gotta cover their bases for B-site in case there's that teleport rotate. A one-way setup against the Nation. Chemicals is there for the nade, and this is a really good start to clear out that space.
Got a lot more passivity here for 99. They're not looking to actually pick these fights. They're just looking to see where these players are situating themselves with seeing the Seekers. It's an interesting choice, actually, to use it then and there. But T-Dog sitting just behind, manages to catch a couple, which is great. But then again, B-side, seeing sitting just behind. Maybe if they can find another, it'll help, but it doesn't.
And Zink's been that crazy clutch factor, and with him going down now, it's a 2-to-1 ratio for those left alive for the last round. There's no point in saving.
Remaining.
What a great lurk. A great lurk from Stewie. 7-5 on their weaker site half for converting rounds in their already flawless bind. Now the Nation swap over a 78% win rate on their defense in the last previous 4 maps they played bind.
Yeah, I think even then, I mean, not even just looking into the numbers, watching the last map of Ascent and being able to see Chemicals and their ability to get those entries and the way the Nation played passively against a team like this one, having to consistently take those retakes and not knowing what to do against that. You know, I really do think there is that chance, but with the way the Nation's going, this is their map pick. You know, they feel more comfortable on the defense side. So it really is to say, what are they going to do against Chemicals?
I think you're right. Yeah, Chemicals and how he wants to play these rounds is going to be the win condition for 99. If it's fast and aggressive like this round, then it might be a success, but that paint nade says otherwise.
Yeah, Chemicals not even close to it, but you see Typhoon, he's still pushing up. They know that they need to get this in as fast as possible to let everybody know who is the boss, but the boss not here. for 99. The Nation, I mean, they're looking to close this out. They don't want that 2-0 to come out.
And that was a blink of an eye play, too. The paint nade forced those who were already past it to just push into the site. There was no waiting room. There was no other opportunities to just kind of delay time. On a pistol round like that, you just have to go in and hope for the best. And the Nation, they read it perfectly about where that execute was going to be. Headshots galore everywhere you look. And now the Viper walls come back out again. And we remember what we had seen when the sides were swapped. Zing started off defending with that Viper wall on B, but eventually transitioned over to A. But the Nation, they don't have a Sage to wall it off. So they have to stick 2 different bodies on showers almost every single round and dump some util, which won't be there for the mid or late rounds. And 99 can take advantage of that. They're already playing it slow once again. They have the Viper wall ready for maybe that pop exit either through lamps or possibly even in site proper. But there's always that possibility to rotate with the teleporters too. 3 different options, all very distinct for 99 here.
Yeah, the freedom to do whatever they please is the biggest thing, but right now they're looking to just go straight onto the A site. The Sage wall closing things out, but they're still taking it, Stewie. All they need is the spray. The biggest thing, right, is taking those extremities and making sure that everything is well situated. Just because you have the wall doesn't mean you're protected. Typhoon manages to put things down, although right over some of that damage is going to be detrimental.
Wardell wasn't able to find the shots, and Brax is on the flank. Lineups are there for Zinc, and Brax hears it. Both of them have already been dispelled, though. But look at all that lineup potential.
Already halfway through. Are they going to push Brax with a nice headshot down? Not really stopping it on here. Typhoon having a classic only. All they can do is get the flash, but Stewie's already right-clicking it down. In the Nation, I don't know, they're not going down without a fight. I think it's difficult to say because it is the anti-eco, but, you know, momentum's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking really good, but there's something scary about the post plans for 99. Keep in mind, you have yourself, you have the snake bites from Zinc, you have the molly from T-Dog, and chemicals with the paint nades. If all that utility is saved for the post plant, that's 3 different opportunities to just completely make sure no one can go for a defuse. And you would think normally just 1 set of mollies is enough for a team, but when you multiply that by 3, that's a very scary prospect, and it might force the Nation to be much more proactive once 99 makes an appearance on site. Oh, early guiding light. A wealth of info again, but Chemicals is going to choose to respect this Viper's orb a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a double contact.
I really like that, though. I mean, 99 pushed back, but they were going to follow through with that boom bot. The only issue is that Brax threw out that Viper's snake bite so that they couldn't. And now what are they going to do? They're still stuck even trying to get inside the hookah, but they can't.
Yeah, Viper's orb, the sky smokes go down, and you can see the slow backing up. It's almost cartoonish, like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But hookah's a different story. Chemicals is still finding that pressure directly onto the entryway, but looks like its bygones are gone. Not going to work out, but let's focus up on Wardell. This is a deep lurk pushing out of showers. And with all that lineup potential for A-side too, Wardell's in a prime position to just kind of hide. He can be proactive if he wants to, but he might find more impact letting 99 push site. But nope, he's discovered by T-Dog instead.
Yeah, wall up still. I mean, there's only 1 person left on site here. Stewie's still waiting for the flank to come around for the Nation. And the flank is looking good, but the only thing is they're expecting this to happen because they know the Nation very, very prominent in their flanks. And looking for another one. Brax still sitting behind, but the silence is deafening.
And look at the slow trickle behind the deep area of attacker spawn. Sharky's in trouble, though. Or not.
Yeah, seems like not, but Brax still sitting behind and still looking to get that execution down behind the flank. Zink knows what's going on. Difficulty is you gotta take that 1v2. Somebody has to go down at some point. But of course, I mean, no time left for the Nation. The flank coming in a bit too late.
But I love the ideas of these almost like singular hero plays that the Nation are trying to attempt. Wardell pushed aggressively outside of showers, was again going to try to play for the retake, or not even a retake, just anti-lineups. But when T-Dog was able to swing and discover Wardell, that threw a lot of things off for the Nation's post plan. By then, everyone already separated out by like 3 different flanks. Everyone left on A site was a little disenfranchised. They had to push into the entirety of 99 themselves, and it was easier said than done, to say the very least. But 99, they're taking pages out of the nation's book, putting a lot of pressure on a site early on into the round, and then rotating off in the mid. We'll have to wait and see if this keeps reigning true. And if it does, someone like Wardell could easily push out every round, but all those sites have to be covered.
Blinded.
Ooh, great info, actually. Okay, they see T-Dog. Rossi thinking. There's a couple sitting up towards B. You hear the information coming just outside of Hookah. So the Nation, I mean, they have some pretty good information to start.
Oh. Rossi almost barely able to hit those shots. And this is the most amount of pressure we've seen for a singular site. Usually by now we would already have the rotate back over to A, and the call seemingly has been made. Sharky's backing off, and the rotate's been called back over to Spice. Luckily, no roaming, lurking operator brims in the back lines. But the hunt goes down, and Stewie doesn't find any info. A complete ghost of a team right now, but this Prowler should find at least something.
No, getting shot down before Stewie can even utilize it, but still knowing, okay, they're pushing up. I mean, we're hitting that 35-second mark. Something has to happen. And, of course, the infamous wall
30 seconds left.
coming down. Oh, but this tether is beautiful. T-Dog getting some of that damage. But,
There's Molly number one.
yeah, again, being able to get out of that one alive. The Nation, having the numbers here, but the biggest thing is that we still got some potential. If T-Dog gets one pick, they have the potential to be able to even play with that orbital, but Tig is going to be the first step along. Yep, orbital coming down. This is perfect. The timing amazing. Stewie getting, I mean, nothing really out of the situation. So you got the Nation. They're still fighting for their lives. They need that defusal. Brax is the win condition. They got the one, and that led to the two, and it's perfect. The Nation, they're taking those double digits.
Double digits, 10 now, a 4-round lead, the biggest lead we have seen from a team, at least thus far this series. And 99, they have great ideas. They're employing the same macro level strats that the Nation themselves have done. But the Nation, when it comes to their singular gunfights, are looking so much more well prepared for the post plant. Even all the lineups that we keep talking about have not worked out once. The only successful lineup that 99 have brought out was T-Dog's Molly from Brim. And even that, the Nation could just wait out. They're just waiting to see what happens next. Double ultimates though. The Nightfall and the Viper's Pit is a nasty combination, but they're playing separated out, and this is the response of 99 now switching things up, playing much more aggressive.
Yeah, already pushing up. I mean, there is some vulnerability there, but they're not pushing off of that just based on that information. I mean, you know, they know there is the Nightfall that comes down, is giving away their location, so they're going to stick their ground there and just help each other for the moment.
I love how Sharky went for the Sage Wall on top of Uka to stop Stewie from using utility. And you would think because that Viper Wall is up, there's no way of seeing what A main looks like. And no one's near showers either, so for 99, they're completely invisible to rotate back over to B. Even the guiding lights coming out from Rossi, they don't find any information. It's a matter of whether or not now that Viper's Pit could be seen, but Sharky was spotted by guiding light number 2. A wealth of info. The rotate's called already by Tig. It's a straight funnel from Hookah, and the Viper's Pit is up.
Oh, when the connection is there, it's beautiful. Everybody coming down in the grasp of Rossi. And in a millisecond, you get the ace.
Just out of nowhere. And all it took was the Viper's Orb. It wasn't even Viper's Pit. The orb on top of the snake bite. Not only do you have the decay, but raw straight damage applying against you. And look, if I got aced against, I'd also call attack timeout. Because up until that very final skirmish, that was a great round from 99. They blocked off Stewie from accomplishing any sort of util info. The wall was up, so no one had visibility for the execute. It was just Rossi. Entirely Rossi that round, 1v5ing everybody.
I mean, Rossi had the perfect setup. You see Brax's util, and that's what I loved about it, right? You had the Viper's Pit, not the Viper's Pit, my apologies. You had the orb just sitting just on top of that window, and right when you wanted to slip under and you wanted to get yourself out like 99 did, you had that vulnerability taking place, especially with that damage coming from the snakebite. So Rossi was prepped for success, and it worked out so great.
Yeah, and of course we can't not give credit to Brax too, because a lot of that setup was Brax. The Guiding Light found that info, made sure with the Viper spin no one could push B long, so there was only a singular place that 99 could go. And that is why Viper is such a unique and amazing agent, because she can be that controller or a semi-sentinel just to have straight stopping power against an attacking team. But now we reconvene. It's a straight-up thrifty round from 99. For the tack timeout, so we might not see any adjustments this round, Gompers, but we might be able to the next rifle round. And that next rifle round could be the very last round of map number 2.
I mean, based off the last round, they need to be a bit more careful with Brax here, because we talked about Brax being that assassin. And again, they seem to prove right. Even the util is doing a great job, but Sharky stuck in a bad position. Some of that pain shell damage is really not sitting well.
There's T-Dog with the lineup. Everyone else hiding inside of lamps. Letting T-Dog do T-Dog things. There's also the Viper Molly lineups too. All these different angles being contested in hell, but all these lineups need to persevere. T-Dog already used his util. He sacrifices himself for the info, and Rossi and Stewie turning the kill feed into a Christmas tree. It's up to Typhoon to be the last one. Toy knife out, trying to find some sort of impact, but he tries to stall, and even that doesn't work.
No.
Off of a thrifty round, all but 2 remain for the nation. Very close to a successful round for 99 nonetheless. But we're back at match point.
Match point.
I mean, the endeavor to take the 2-0 that 99 Strength wanted, it was there, but slowly slipped away from their grasp. There is still some of that potential. Let's not forget, right? We still have that resurrection. But looking at it, if they collect some of these orbs and really farm it, they could get more than that. They could get that Viper Spit that could actually lead them the way.
But it's so tricky with these two teams to use that res. A lot of the time, it's all down to like giant team versus team gunfights. How do you safely go for a resurrect in a situation like that? But I guess only time will tell, right? Brax has the setup again. The snake bite goes down on top of the wall. Little doggy's there. But the doggy can't do much. He goes for a little hop, but info was found. And this might be an adjustment where we've seen a straight shot, not really before, from 99, and oh no, they're backing out again. The spike hasn't backed out.
No.
Oh, instead of going over to A like they usually do, they're rotating back over to long.
Yeah,
and you could tell that the nation are waiting for that rotate. Look how far up Stewie and Wardell are playing. They're expecting that rotate.
Yeah, they're coming in, and it's great because Typhoon actually gets it. But at the end of the day, right, we talk about Rossi and their positioning. They get it great. Everything falls apart, but it's okay because Wardell having the op. This is where things start to get a bit more risky. The plant hasn't come down. They still are picking those fights. Unfortunately, Wardell misses. And this might be a missed opportunity. I mean, this might be it for 99. They're still looking to fight, although Wardell still has the opportunity. The 1v1, nothing coming from it, and T-Dog not afraid to push that.
What a close call at the very end. We've seen how nasty Wardell can be in such clutch operator situations. It's not that often that many players can just mechanically aim so far close and just find impact. But the nation now have themselves set up for a lot more success factors. There's the showstopper from Wardell. Tig has the orbital strike. As long as he has his pulse on where they think 99 could execute from or even rotate, that orbital strike can deny the spike. There's a lot of ultimates alive for everybody on the server. Showers has been a place that's been neglected by 99 the last few rounds, and they're opting to push into it. Oftentimes, a fade holding onto the site will prowler through to find that info, but instead Wardell falls. A really good start for 99 for the opening pick.
Yeah, they like to just really create some of that silence in the beginning of the rounds for 99 strength. But T-Dog having the op, I mean, can't really go forth too fast. They need some time to take those picks down, but slowly pushing up. Okay, don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, luckily enough being able to push back, but this is great. Nobody's pushing up alongside. Down in main, but still finding the opportunity.
Speaking of opportunity, though, the op shot misses and T-Dog gets punished heavily. Brax twice over. Spike now in his possession. And you're right, Gompers. It was so risky for the push-outs from the nation. But they have a 5-round lead. And when they're able to disenfranchise 99 just like this, Even if the spike is picked up, that's an orbital strike ready.
30 seconds
Oh
left.
yeah, and stakes are high. You got the spike there. Honestly, they could TP whenever they
No.
want, knowing there's 2 players here, but the orbital, it's stuck.
Oh,
T-Dog couldn't
no.
get out of it, and you lose the smokes. What are you gonna do now? Brax is right along. He's not letting you come through, and as soon as it started, it might just
Spike
end
down.
with a 1v1. No, a 1v2. Stewie still coming in through TP, but the opportunity
Defenders
done,
win.
and it's over.
The nation remained flawless on Bind. What an incredible display, and we talked about the momentum that we were expecting to see from 99 translate over their victory in map number 1 over to map number 2, needing to stay the same exact way, and I would say for the most part it did stay the same, but the nation, however, were being able to read the big brain plays that at least 99's attack were trying to employ, but it became really linear at the end. Pressure a site, rotate the other site, execute, play post plant. And what we started to see on Bind was that the nation, they felt more comfortable yet again. They were going for the hero plays, the singular lurks, and for the most part, people like Rossi and Wardell found so much more impact in that style of play than we've seen from most teams in LCQ.
The impact was there, and I mean, Rossi just had the best teammates to help with that impact. I mean, we saw the Viper's util. I think that was one of the biggest things that really helped, even on the attack, right? Because there were moments where you saw that wall come down A, but they went over towards B, but that rotation leading back over towards A allowed them to really just create a very flawless execution because they had the smokes there prior and some of that distraction. So overall, I mean, I think the performance here from both Tig, from both Rossi, we finally really got to see that cohesion come down, and honestly, I couldn't be happier that the next map is Haven, because we actually get to see what I was talking about. You know, that really nice entry coming through with obviously Tig and Wardell. Oh, I'm excited.
I feel like we've seen literally every other controller come out from the nation besides the Omen that you want. But we are going to put you in a little bit of suspense. We still have to set up things for map number 3, and hopefully that Omen does show up. But we'll have to wait a few minutes to find out, and we'll see you then.
To some, this is nothing more than cardboard and ink. But to those who know, these are precious metals, rare gems, a full set it took 15 years to complete. Low-pop rookies, hypnotizing hollows, one of only a handful in the universe, or an heirloom to look after for the next generation. No matter what you collect, raw or graded, to have and to hold, or to crush your opponents with, what matters is that it's real. Introducing eBay's Authenticity Guarantee for trading cards. Our third-party authenticators inspect every detail of your card and compare it to the listing to make sure it's the real deal or no deal, because we know just how much your collection means to you.
your gear right, your keyboard, your controller, your controller's controllers, and the keys to your keyboard. Because warm hands are faster hands. Gain the upper hand and power up your pregame warm-up with Zippo hand warmers.
Finally, you can stay in control of your thumbsticks. Natural evolution gave the gecko its amazingly strong grip. Our multi-patented SetX technology duplicates the microstructured fibers on a gecko's foot for a revolutionary new way to get a grip on game controller thumbsticks. Like a gecko's foot, the thousands of microstructures on each SetX anti-slip thumbstick grip provide high friction to the skin surface for a secure, comfortable grip, even when sweaty, giving you a competitive advantage. Stay in control with the secure and comfortable grip of SetX thumbstick grips. Inspired by nature, perfected by science.
Welcome back to Last Chance Qualifiers. As you just saw, I mean, we're coming in 1-1, Keg. We have, one team that everybody knows and loves, the Nations, versus a team that is starting to come up and make a name for themselves, 99 strength. And the strength is there, but we're going to the third map. How much strength do you think both of these teams have left?
I gotta say, 99 strength looked really good the last two games, but I think their attacking prowess was turning a little bit more linear at the end of Bind. And that's not to say they were performing badly, but in cases where someone like Rossi was able to get a quick ace in just a few seconds, it really does give tell about their attacking side. But there is a bit of a silver lining though, really for both of these teams. The final map we have for the decider of this series, both teams virtually have the same exact win rate. They've been able to play this map so many different times, but they have been able to just narrow it out to be almost equal to each other. So it's a coin flip. We don't know who's going to win, but I think the first thing I want to see, though, is the agent select, because I'm curious to see what it's going to look like, but I think the big X factor here, again, like we said for Bind, is the bring out agents we're probably not expecting to see.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, I think Haven is going to be a bit different for 99 strength. Something we might not be expecting. Maybe they're still playing with the chamber meta, or maybe they've kind of digressed to their own and developed their own kind of really fun playstyle. But, I'm thinking we're going to see something pretty typical for the Nations coming up on Haven. And, quite possibly, I don't know, Haven, again, in my opinion, such a strong map for the Nations. So this is going to have to be probably one of the hardest games that maybe 99 strength have played.
It's an endurance contest too.
Yeah.
Already two maps at a very high stakes level of play for both of these teams. If I'm a team like 99 strength right now, I'm maybe not necessarily nervous anymore, but the mental fatigue after a while is a little strong. But regardless though, you haven't seen it in the gameplay just yet. I've been impressed about the big brain picture scenarios, the IGLing for both teams. I'm just hoping that 99 strength can step it up a little bit from their attack over to Bind. But guess what? Let's see if there's any unique agents. And you know what, Gompers, I hope we see an Omen.
I'm excited. We have to see what's going on here. All right. Now, as we start to load up, something again, I'm really thinking is, Tig goes Omen, Wardell goes Chet. We're probably going to see that Killjoy from Brax, which is something that I feel like is pretty typical. But, okay, this is different, actually. They're playing with something very, very different.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Cypher from Brax and the Astra from Tig, but there isn't really anything from the agent composition that's screaming to me super wild. The double initiators are there. There's no breach from the Nation's side, which could be an issue for executes, but when you already have the guiding light, you have so much more firepower, and frankly, look, you have Wardell and you have flashes behind him, you're pretty much already good. So without that breach, that could be a deficit for the attacking side, but overall, these are pretty vanilla compositions.
But they're looking good. I'm excited. I genuinely am, because this is something different than what I saw out of the Nation before. And, you know, they're really serving it to us. They've been cooking some new stuff up, and they're saying, hey, you know, we got more than just what you saw, and this is even better, and you're going to enjoy it, you're going to love it, and you're going to see it. So, you know, really just forcing that onto us. But 99 strength. I mean, looking strong. I think the Breach is such a great pick, and honestly, I think that's going to be kind of like the troublemaker.
Absolutely the troublemaker there. The Breach could disrupt so much and break a lot of utility too, especially for executing onto a site. But the Nation, without the Breach, are going to be starting off on the attack. Now, that does allow a lot more opportunities for the Aftershock to deny the spike going down, so we could very well see a lot of, you know, those execute values just going away immediately. But we'll have to wait and see what the setup is looking like. Outside A long is, look, the tried and true. So many teams like to go for on pistols, but remember, the Nation are not very good on their pistol rounds. They usually end up losing it. But this early fault line slows down quite a bit of the enemies there. Typhoon forced to respect the recon, getting spotted out, rotating away as well. And it's not going to stop the Nation just yet. Still opting to push forwards. Trailblazer. Little doggy. Doesn't find much info. But hey, free execute.
Yeah, shock darts are hitting perfectly on Wardell. And it's going to be one of those things where, you know, you got to have some carefulness. But Sharky, biggest factor here. I said Sharky's going to be that troublemaker, already getting those stunts through. Maybe just in that corner. What can they do? Zinc not even hitting the shots. And, I mean, the Nation already starting off on that good pacing, on that good flow. They're taking out these picks. Rossi, I mean, all they need is a frenzy, and that's what they feel comfortable playing with.
Ever since we saw Rossi get that ace, he's been an absolute heater for these gun plays. But, I mean, not a single kill that round was visible until Rossi got the double at the very end. The Cyber Cage into the fault line, Nebula's on top. It was a game of, again, just controllers denying every line of sight. And with A now working very successfully, or, well, the round working very successfully in the Nation's favor, things have already begun to change a little bit more. That's the Nation winning a pistol round. Now, if they can convert this buy-up round with their very hefty Phantom buy-off of Rossi, that's even better. But they start slow. Spike not dedicated anywhere. Double Cyber Cages and Tripwires are out to make sure no one can push up aggressively, but that's not going to stop Typhoon and company outside of lobby. That dark hover is going to protect them for a little while, but no one's pressuring A. Oh. Little bit of shots coming out from the inside of Garage, but again, no avail. Not even an alarm bot is set up in Garage anymore. It was destroyed. And all that's left now is that single turret. Watching now for C Long. The drone, possibly to help out in case there's any nano swarms, but even that's absent.
Trying to leave a mark here on the site to push back everybody. Chemicals getting spotted, having to slowly peek out, but the dash, okay, it proves to be worthy because now they can reposition. Never mind, Tig isn't looking for any repositions at this point. I mean, really, they're just looking for the site, the Nations. They feel comfortable playing attack on this map, and they're going to show it. Typhoon doesn't know how comfortable they are, because look at this, they're running down in groups, they're playing hand on hand. And Sharky's left alone. He doesn't have a partner.
No partner. Unless you count the tripwire, but I wouldn't consider that much of a partner. It's against Sharky there. He's trying to look for the exits as much as you can with just the classic. Everyone from the Nation, though, they're pinging possibly just to escape towards the other spawn. He's just going to wait. And the fun little fact is, if Sharky just waits for the spike explosion and just pops into it, well, he doesn't get an extra death to his counter, but still gets that lost death bonus. Fault line goes out, though. He made himself apparent, but everyone else runs away. 2-0 now for the Nation. A very big turnaround from what we had seen in the previous two maps.
Perfect execution again. Yeah, the Nation. Like, this really is just the map that they can carry home, in my opinion. Like, you see the confidence on the attack. I feel like the only thing, Keg, we talk about how their defense not looking too good on Haven. So that's one of the things to look forward to. But 99 strength just needs to come by. And right now, you know, there isn't much of an investment. The bonus round coming through. You got the Vandals here for 99 strength, and the Nation sticking to what they have. But how are they going to play this? It seems like they're playing safe.
That's a great question. It feels a lot like Bind, where the safety of this defense is, well, incredibly safe. But there is a little bit of a push-up, though, outside of Bricks. It's going to be the opening shots coming out from Chemicals, but they don't connect. Typhoon's there for the overshit laying as well, but no, nothing appearing just yet. It's actually Brax, though, on this lurk, hiding away. So much distractions with these utilities, such as the Sova drone. It leaves Brax alone. No one's focused on sewers at all. And he's paving so much map pressure. Lobby essentially secured outside of Chemicals' line of sight. Sewers control too. They're waiting to see if someone overextends from the bottom or top of short, but no one does. They don't know about Chemicals' presence either.
Yeah, but Chemicals is in a good spot right now. Just really needs to time it well. No, doesn't even want to test what they can do there. Instead, really backing off, taking the lower angle, but Wardell taking the top, and this is what I like to see. Really trying to offset yourself to create that pressure. Typhoon getting some of the damage, but not even able to secure it. They didn't continue. And that continuation was big. But this is the opportunity. The Nation, if they win this bonus round, they completely mess up the economy of 99.
You're completely right. And look at the holds right now. One on Graffiti, the double contact all the way across the entirety of the site. T-Dog could be good for one, but not the other. It's a double contact versus double contact there. The Nation good for both, not a single loss. And keep in mind, too, this is Haven, a 3-spike site map to worry about. 99, they can play as safe as they want on the defense, but you have to have that coverage on the site. And so oftentimes, that'll mean someone like Chemicals holding the site essentially by themselves. If they fall, then that means full site control for any attacking team. And that's why we see everyone grouped up. Now, of course, that means Zinc is by themselves. The turret is essentially an extra buddy for the team, but again, if we see a situation just like last round where Chemicals is left by themselves and Typhoon rotates, that's going to be easy site control for a team like the Nation. They recognize it. But the Nebula goes down, Chemicals hides, Typhoon spotted out, I believe. And these shots are not connecting whatsoever.
Yeah, that smoke. Staying up a bit longer. Oh, dissipation. They don't even know. Yeah, Chemicals not really sticking in that spot, but still staying there to make sure they're not pushing up too early. And still, I mean, the Nation having that patient Sharky taking advantage of it, because Stewie, he peeking out a bit too early.
Yeah, and look at Chemicals reposition now. It's just down below sewers. And the spike, it's still leading towards A. One gets spotted out, it's Chemicals again, the fall line in return. That should give tell for the spike, maybe not to go A, but now B suddenly clear. Everyone that pushed out aggressively on B has gone down for the most part, but back of B site still safe for Sharky. And sees the way to go, right into the belly of the beast, all that Killjoy utility that Zinc has to cover.
Yeah, Zinc goes down, but that's okay. Because there still is at least 3 players left standing. Sharky, I mean, really taking that opening pick off the mistake that Stewie made. That's what they were waiting for. Can they find those mistakes again? Absolutely not. Brax just holding the cross here with everybody else. It really is just a really hard barrier to get through. But 4-0, you win the bonus. You win, I mean, really just everything after that. Chemicals is going to try pulling out the ult to counter.
That's scary to me. I think what's more safe than the op coming out now is that TAC timeout again. There was a 4-0 lead. There was a 4-round lead in general from the Nation last game. And we saw 99 off of that TAC timeout come close to clutching it up again, tying the scoreline. So it's not impossible to see a big brain level strat change again. And we had seen a lot of different ideas melding together for the defense, but it didn't seem cohesive. There were 2 different members pushing out B main very quietly. Chemicals and Typhoon doing somewhat the same at a slower pace towards sewers. But every single time, you're facing 1, maybe 2 defenders against the entirety of the Nation. And I don't care how good of a player you are, you don't have the bullets to take care of 5 people at once in those kinds of positions.
It's not easy. I mean, even then, though, I think, you know, the op might be a good counter, because a lot of the time, Chemicals a bit too afraid to even fight down A long. And having this op is definitely going to help them, you know, really just gain that confidence to stand their ground, which is something that I feel like has been lacking. They're afraid of the Nation.
Yeah, but look at this reposition here. Chemicals is not going to go on A long at all, instead reposition outside of B main, and we haven't really seen much of an aggressive appearance from the Nation in mid until mid-round. So Chemicals might be just left holding a non-existent angle for someone that's never there. Oh, but outside Haystack, though, there is the adjustment. It's Garage. Again, a complete blind spot for Chemicals, though. Can't see anything outside B window or even down below it. But it does allow somebody else like T-Dog to push up. No one's in A main. There is Brax's camera, and T-Dog's very well aware of it. But chooses to respect it instead, making it seem like A could be empty.
Yeah, you gotta put a lot of thought into what you want to do here. 99, again, really thinking into the fact that we have these ops, but standing down in mid, which is interesting based off of the contact that Chemicals had on A. It was very heavy.
Oh, but there's the Trailblazer. Cyber Cage on top. I don't know if T-Dog was spotted.
No,
he wasn't. The guiding light. It would have gone sewers had he been spotted. And that camera's still there. But it was all a fake yet again. Garage is completely clear, and look at Zinc huddled in the back of C, trying to minimize his appearance, and finally Chemicals gets his.
Okay, but potential starts to arise, right, Zinc? I mean, even though they're standing behind, unfortunately, they're left alone, but the retake is possible with Typhoon trying to assist. A bit too late, but still managing to get one, so it's that 1-to-1 ratio. That comes down, Wardell a bit stronger in terms of taking these fights, but still, you know, you limit those numbers, you take a 3v3. The only difficult thing is once this Cosmic Divide comes up, that operator is not going to be easy.
Oh, and the operator falls. It was the entry there. Wardell probably didn't even realize who it was. Just a head on the board clicked away. And now what do? You're pushed so far into B, you might be able to win this out, but the operator might be lost in the process.
Yeah, they're looking for the defusal. They can't even find it. Tate comes around and tries to gain more ground deeper onto the site because nobody was there. And again, right, the Nation 5-0. I said this was going to be the hardest game for 99, and it shows.
And you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, I was looking at the win rates overall, and even 99's played more maps than the Nation in Open and LCQ, but their win rate, also technically better, has not been able to show up in this series. And the Nation, they're playing much more aggressive than we've seen before. There's still rotates, yes, but they're playing cohesive still. And 99, they're trying to do the same, but when you swing out with an operator like that, you suffer heavy losses. And now aggression should mean aggression, but in the wrong spot. Outside C, no appearance. It's that mad dash again towards A with all the util dump. And here we go. Cloudburst goes down on top of the Nebula. Not a single way to viably entry onto the site if you're on 99. The only thing that could be working is that shock dart, but it misses. Twice over now. No more util to work with there. And Typhoon's been spotted. A hail of bullets at the top of heaven already spotted out. Now just hiding.
Yeah.
Spike's already gone down. And look at the back lines. This might not even be for an execute. This is for the reverse. It's all for exits, and Chemicals uses the Bladestorm in the process to secure these post-plant kills.
They're still looking, though. Stewie has the dart to peek just outside, but, you know, really just having a heavy focus on surviving during this exit, because the exit frags are being sought out. And they don't have the weapons to fight this, but they're playing together. Stewie having the Phantom, getting some of the damage down. The headshot looking perfect. All they need to do is spray. But I mean, good enough, right? They managed to pick off a couple. Really just Stewie, but they go down in a slight victory. Although the Nation, again, taking the lead so heavily.
Hey, look, some valuable eco damage against the Nation. I mean, they're at a point right now where, look at Tig. He's maxed out of credits already. It's really not that big of a financial hurt for the Nation. But if you're 99, retaking A site with just pistols, that's already a mountain to climb. And at that point, just look for the exits. Do some long-term damage against the Nation, but the amount they achieved just wasn't enough that round. And Stewie actually buys out the operator here. I'm not sure if he's going to hand that off to Wardell at some point, but as of now, I guess Stewie wants to take a crack at it. Oh, and it makes sense, though. Wardell aggressively enters onto the site. The Cloudbursts are out, and Stewie's going to play the back lines, waiting for someone to either peek Brax's Cyber Cage and Tripwires, or just hold off onto the site. Hunter's Fury goes out too, and the Spike's still yet to be going down. So much chaos all at once, Gompers. Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're seeking out even further too. But this is the thing, right? Again, we're reaching these equal grounds. In 99, they get put in these positions from time to time. But Sharky is looking to wait. Quite possibly for a flank. I mean, you can see the Silva rotating over, but Sharky gets taken down. Now he has to go all the way around the back. A bit too late, though. Because Chemicals has to take this 1v1. Trying to at least stall for time before the entry comes in. They need something before they get that plant. They need to stall for the rotation here. But they can't.
A smart play. You can shoot through the Radiant box, and Chemicals is forced to pre-fire. The spike goes down right on top of the tripwire. You're gonna know if someone defuses.
Wow.
And Chemicals falls regardless.
It's dangerous to sit inside of a smoke with the op and wait for it to dissipate because you don't know where anybody's gonna be standing. You don't have that direct angle. But Brax is just strong in their own way. They push up, they take those frags. Keg, this is scary.
We have to give a lot of credit to Stewie that round. Buying the op, allowing Wardell to play the entry jet, using the Hunter's Fury to clear out so much space. That was a clinical round from the Nation. That was one of the best, cleanest executes I think they've had this whole series. Actually, no, in LCQ as a whole. Very nice to see.
Yeah.
And almost all the ults, though, for the Nation have been used up. Wardell does have the Blade Storm. Zing has lockdown for retake. It's really a matter of where that can be used and how effective that can be. And keep in mind, Zing has a great advantage with it, too. There's no aftershock from the Nation. There's not a lot of utility that can outwardly destroy the lockdown either. So it's a great ace in the hole, possibly, to maybe get their first round on the board. But there's been a lot more suppressing fire coming out from the Nation. And B-side's empty.
Yeah. I mean, even then, right, the big thing to look forward to is the Nation, they need to be taken down probably 3 times in order to even break their economy. So 99, they're not in a good position at all. It's back and forth with their eco, coming into this weird kind of half buy, half save, and they're completely broken. Yeah.
What do you rely on here? Positioning? Utility? There's not a lot of utility right now for 99, and Chemicals is playing a very dangerous game.
Yeah.
Rossi's on the other side of bricks. The suppressing fire's out, and at least the paranoia in the fall line help, but Chemicals still falls.
Yeah, but they still have the free range to do whatever they please, and I'm surprised. We haven't really seen any flanks from 99. They're being deciphered, definitely makes it harder, but even peeking out through mid, utilizing some of that breach util to help and assist, but it's not helping at all. Typhoon really just needs to take the fight by themselves. Stewie with the operator. I'm surprised they didn't even get the damage down, but they still have to try for something. 10 seconds, but it doesn't matter because everybody taken down and nothing left for Zing to really take, but it's perfect. There still is some time. There still is something that they can do with this. All they need are the headshots. They have the information. One is there, and they have the lockdown as well. What are they going to do here? They're going to push up, try to at least take this endeavor. The headshot needed, and it's Zink that takes it.
Nothing short of a miracle for the eBay clutch. Zink, that's for the highlight reel. That may have single-handedly at least begun to save 99 strength in this map. The first round on the board, what, 8 rounds in? They're not out of the woods just yet, but now the spears for 99 must surely be much higher now. A beautiful clutch there on B. The only attempt we've seen for the Nation to actually push in the B site, horribly gone wrong. And now it's back down to A and C. Still a lot more room to rotate with. We'll have to see what this newfound courage for 99 can bring out. Early fall line disrupts a lot of A. Suppressing fire goes down, spotting out at least Tig. Oh, but Chemicals not finding that shot. That's not a good start. Free Nebula allows passage in the sewers.
Yeah, just passively waiting once again. I mean, you went around like that one. That was the literally just the tiny hold that 99 had left to be able to at least get one step closer to that taste of victory. And now, I mean, they can slightly taste it. Yeah, they're slowly working up B site. You got Zink, and now they got to be scared of Zink now after that play.
I am nervous. Zink is right around the corner. He's like, yep, this is my time. I'm ready for it again. But surely the Nation has to be hunting down Zink this time, right? Maybe taking garage control to remove his rotate. But instead, all that utility is brought up, Gompers, and the Nation aren't pushing it. They're forcing these rotates from 99 back over to C site. And they're back over to A. Look at those two already deep in sewers. It's Rossi and Tig.
30 seconds left.
The Chemicals
Is good, yeah. I wanted to see the op. I've really wanted to see Chemicals push up towards A and take that confidence in with them. But Typhoon watching their back. This is perfect. This gives the opportunity to Chemicals. Watch behind you. 16 health and they're down. With the operator in the hands of the Nation. I mean, there is that possibility. You could see that stun come through. Brax. I mean, nothing to fend for here. You got nothing.
That was a collapse. Another collapse that 99, the only 2 rounds they've been able to succeed in winning, have relied on. At least this time, the B rotate ended up in A, and that was a great attempt from the Nation. They had so much map pressure that was invisible to 99. They even completely surrounded Chemicals with utility and just denied the op, but again, a slaughter entry comes by and it doesn't work out. 2 rounds in the possession of 99 strength. Let's see if they can get maybe 3 more in a row to end the half. And immediately the Bladestorm rings out. Wardell choosing to forego his buy for any sort of rifle or operator. Instead, the Bladestorm and a shorty. T-Dog's going to take this opportunity to push up silently. He can only go so far. He doesn't know about Tig.
Yeah, big opportunity here. Oh, T-Dog, you gotta clear the angle first. He gets knocked down.
And now it's Zinc. Unbelievably pressured backside. He can't go anywhere. The Bladestorm finds his skull and he goes down. That's full seaside control again. And look where everyone else on 99 are. Far, far away from any sort of contact. The closest would be Sharky. And Chemicals is saving the op yet again.
Yeah. I mean, still, biggest thing for them is the fact that they were even able to take these 2 rounds. They're obviously looking for more with the operator. Again, Chemicals. It's going to be very hard, but since everybody is actually sitting down C-Long...
They're going to go for it.
Yeah, Chemicals could actually hold that angle and allow Typhoon to look for something else, but time is of the essence here. They really need to push forward. They're taking a bit too much of that time. Yeah, and they just lead all the way back, but a 3v4 is doable. It's just the operator and the economy that honestly looks fine.
Yeah, and that's a big issue when you're defending with the operator on Haven, is that you want to preserve that operator because it has so much high risk value. But the reward is also huge. But the issue is, if you're not able to find those angles, the operator can do more harm than good. And if you're finding yourself saving the operator, holding the same angles that you know the enemy team is well aware that you've been holding the entirety of that side, I don't know if it's worth keeping the operator. And that's not a the Nation thing. That's not just a 99 strength thing. That's a lot of competitive teams in Valorant. But at least this time there is a readjustment from Chemicals. He's going to be playing outside Garage this time. Maybe able to go toe-to-toe against somebody else on the enemy team. There's been a lot of early presence here, but Chemicals is playing this very outwardly, and yet the pop shots come by, but
Yeah.
everyone's avoiding that crack in the door.
Oh, they're not going to see that. I actually really like the placement of this as well. I've been wanting to see some Killjoy action on Haven, and I get it, but Zinc, I mean, maybe expending that a bit too early. Had some damage, which is great, because they were
It
hiding in that
stalls.
corner. Yeah, stalling for time.
Smokes go down. We can see T-Dog pushing up a lot in lobby again. Keep in mind, Trailblazer had discovered this angle not just a few rounds ago. Surely the Nation should be aware of it. And surely they'll clear out T-Dog. Rossi still has that Trailblazer too. The guiding light shines through on A. No one's there. The Owl drone, though, that's a very different story, and Wardell's going to push up.
Oh, no.
He's on a
Chemicals.
lurk right now. But Chemicals misses the shot! And take the rotate, the slow lurk, the B fails too.
That's not easy. You lose a fight like that one. I mean, then again, right, they tried to save the op. They did a good job with it. A round gone is now a round taken, quite possibly, but there's still time, right? We've seen moments like these be taken by Zinc. There is the possibility. You have to believe, but what can you believe in when Rossi's getting taken down along the rest? And the Nation, I mean, they've built up for themselves such a good foundation that even with these next couple of wins, it's fine. But 99, they're coming up.
We crushed them.
Yeah, great sheets flawless coming out from 99. Every single one of these rounds through the skin of their teeth, but at the very least, they had bodies alive this time. For the most part, most of their round wins have been just 1v1s. But there's still one more round left in this half, and this is one of the most decisive rounds, possibly of the entire series. We could talk about the 9-3 curse, but 8-4, I'd argue, isn't really much better here. Both these teams equal in terms of how much they've won so far in LCQ on this map. But the Nation are showing just absolute dominance thus far. The only reason they had fallen the last round was because a lot of the solo lurks were caught out and punished. And you can see them all banding together this time. No more solo lurks. T-Dog's pushed up in that usual position, trying to help out Chemicals. But at this point, the Nation, they've barely touched A main in the last few rounds.
Yeah.
It's all towards C.
I gotta say, though, right, when we talk about what's going on with the Nation, their attacking side is a lot better and looks really good, more so than their defense. So you gotta get a bit scared for them and their sake, because 99 strength, they held out long enough. And honestly, 8-4 does not look so bad in terms of what could happen next. But they got to get past this round in particular.
And it's that push towards B again. Wardell and company want to make this work every time. It hasn't gone well, but he's going to overextend. T-Dog's good for Wardell. But now space has been anti-created. A teleport towards the back and Tig falls. It's the same exact scenario again. The Nation, every time they push B, they're getting taken down one by one.
Oh, and look at this, the danger there that 99 is facing with T-Dog slowly peeking through. Nobody behind, and there needs to be a bit more synergy for picks like this one. But, I mean, you gotta believe, right? They've had their moments. They've had their time to shine. Typhoon is looking for theirs. With Braxton,
2v2.
Yeah, there is that potential, but Chemicals, the only one with full health, and the only thing they have is the Blade Storm. They gotta check their corner. This is detrimental. The arm peeks down, but you haven't even cleared it. There isn't enough room for the both of them. And now they go gone. It's 9-3, but still the possibility to bring things back.
Oh, the 50-50 there. You check to your left, you check to your right. It's so hard to do either. I want to give props to Zinc for this clutch up round. That was a great thrifty round coming out from him. Picks up the Vandal afterwards, gets another double headshot. Those were the great plays that 99 Strength had to rely on the entirety of their defense. Unfortunately, as much as we saw great plays, they only converted that into 3-round wins. And with a 6-round deficit here, the Nation now swapping over to the defense. I'm expecting to see more aggression than probably what 99 had brought out. They played every single map this far very safe for the defense, and oftentimes it's been a little shaky towards the end part of the half. Early guiding light does find a lot of information for the Nation side. T-Dog's forced to stay in that position though in case someone swings out, but Typhoon's gonna give the okay. But look at this. The Nation are just completely ejecting themselves from A site. They have a tripwire to work with and a camera and sewers, but that goes down.
Yeah, definitely gonna need a bit more work. But, you know, when you look at the composition here for 99, they have a bit more of a chance. It isn't really too heavily based off of defense. You got the Jet, you got T-Dog there with the Omen, playing a bit less into what Astra has, where, you know, you have a bit more of that capability, but more so playing into what can I do for my team with my Paranoia and with my Shrouded Step.
You dance back and forth. Do you push A? Do you not push A? But the tripwire, despite the dark cover above, blinding Brax still sees the outline, and he's not able to convert the shots. Stewie's there for the lineup, so with that shock dart, make that 2 shock darts, both of which missing. Oh no! Both! The second one connects, and it allows time for Wardell to push up for the flank.
Yeah, he's coming up too. Everybody's coming up on it, but Wardell might be a bit too late, although it doesn't even matter. The Nation, this pistol round is of the utmost importance because 99 could have come back if they won it out, but they didn't.
And we've been talking about how the Nation have straight up struggled on these pistol rounds. But now for Haven, it's been a different story. This is a well-oiled machine, and this is some of the cleanest Nation gameplay we have seen so far, again in LCQ. They're primed and ready to take on other challengers, but they need 3 more rounds in order to do that. And this has to be 99's tack timeout.
Yeah.
I think. It should be. And I mean, yeah, it's now or never. Look at the buys right now and consider the options. You kind of, oh no. It's the Nation going for a tack timeout. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think it's honestly a good call.
Yeah.
Coming into this, they want to win the bonus. I feel like they really just want to close this out because they know, you know, their capabilities on the defense may not be as strong as on the attack. So they really need to prep themselves to take things home. But it also gives 99 a bit of time to talk as well.
It does, it does. But focusing on the Nation, I think it's a really good way of stopping potential momentum. Not that they lost the first round, but it's also like, you know, you're able to kind of just outbrain You know, you're able to think, okay, well, 99, they pressured A in the beginning of the first pistol round for their attack. If we can expect that maybe to happen in a few more rounds, they might go to an alternative option. And we can already see the different placements for the nation here. We see Tripwire outside B main, and there's a lot more stack up presence outside of C. And this is a read, I think, that A didn't work for 99. Surely they must be trying a different spike site. And for the most part, the nation seemed to be reading this right. There's all that utility placed in B, sure, but that's just a contingency plan, and that might actually be the factor, a straight-up execute in the B site. The spike rapidly going down, everyone on the nation forcing to respect that space, but the recon bolt goes down, and Stewie, ultimate trigger discipline. It's all a big fake, the rotate back out, B site's gonna be too dangerous, you have to go C.
Yeah, but C site, okay, that leads into a retake, everybody backing off, but you still got so much util to utilize here from TIG. You know, so many stars. Actually, seems like, yeah, none left available, actually. Completely utilized them. A couple actually starting to roll back in. And now finally able to use them. This is where the move up starts to commit, but down inside of the smoke, they have to wait for the dissipation. You see the utility, and you see that information. The dash up, the teamwork here, not there just yet, but Wardell coming along. This is it for them! And they're slowly rising up above the rest. And it doesn't matter what you buy here for 99, because you won't be able to get past it.
It was a desperate play, Gompers, but it was a great play.
Yeah.
B-side again, you destroy Cypher's util, you push the site, you start attempting to plant the spike, and you're like, no, this won't work. I'm too uncomfortable with this. You back out of B, over to C, an empty site, but even that retake doesn't work. And this, I hate to say it, might be the last buy-up round for 99 strength this series. And I'm saying that with Bulldogs and Stingers in their arsenal. If they lose out this round, I mean handedly lose it, I don't know if they can buy up that much into what could very well be the series point round. But they're going to still make that attempt. They're still going to try for C.
Yeah.
A didn't work. B didn't work. B rotating to C didn't work. But what about a straight shot to C as a final attempt?
And it's scary thinking about the fact that, you know, your win condition and that 2-0 could have come if you won the last map, but the last map gone, and now so are many others here for the nation. They've lost so many. There's smokes. Of course, there's Cypher, but still having the Sova, that's going to be great. They have so much util to utilize for that information. The flash available for Aussie.
Double contact, make that a triple. Guiding light, the anti-flash, it was a fake.
It was beautiful. That was the moment. They didn't get the pick. It's okay. Stewie's there to be able to clean up the mess that they've made. And right there, Rossi right behind. Coming in, Stewie. We know what they're capable of, and it's big. We're hitting match point, and it's going to be hard to come back up from that.
2 post plants on C site. 2 different 4Ks coming out from the nation. 2 rounds in a row. 99, they have not been able to hold a site. And that was off of a round where they completely won the entry duels and cleared out C. Notice how, given the weapons for the nation, they were using Vandals and Phantoms. And yet, with 99 winning those fights, they didn't pick up those better weapons. They just stuck to their guns, literally, and held their ground, and it didn't work. 2 different 4Ks, 2 different amazing, miraculous plays here, but the nation, they just need one more point to bring themselves further in the LCQ. That's the first pop flash. Wardell not connecting the shots. A good start, though, for 99. They get to keep themselves alive a little bit longer and find valuable info.
Oh, with a slow move up. TP heard. They know what's going on. Nobody down in short, so all they have is to rely off of Stewie. And he gets it. But what can Rossi get as well? The flick is perfect down through the wall, and it's over! No longer any chance for 99 to get that 2-0 they wanted so badly, or even just that 2-1. It's done with. But the nation, I mean, they fought so hard for this victory. If anything, honestly, they just fought. They were so comfortable on Haven.
I mean, look, the biggest thing we can take away from the nation, at least from Haven, is that they're just so good with their gunfights. And I think a lot of teams so far in Open Quals, or Open Quals and LCQ, I should say, have been really good about using the big picture rotates to their advantage to disrupt a lot of the defense. We've gone back and forth in the history of Haven. Is it an attacker-sided map? Sometimes. Is it defender-sided? It has been in the past. But right now, these attackers, if they find a lot of people on one side, they rotate to the other, they get site control, and the retakes, well, you better hope you can retake well. And fortunately, we didn't really get to see that from 99 strength, but I'm still proud of what they were able to achieve the first 2 maps.
Yeah, I mean, they really did achieve as much as they could. They said that even if that didn't happen, you know, they still came in here wanting to make a name out of themselves, and I think they did, right? You got to see a lot of nasty plays, the clutch from Zinc, right? Like, things like those are things that you take home with you, and other people get to see as well. So, definitely making history, definitely putting their names out there, and honestly, for the best. But the Nation, they continue on out of upper quarterfinals, I believe, to upper semifinals, actually. So, you know, there is some of that excitement coming through, and honestly, rightfully so. They played hard and they're ready to continue. Stewie, you know, really just looking to make it past, you know, further into this and continue on that legacy like I talked about before, and honestly doing a great job of doing so with this team in particular. Couldn't have picked better teammates. Absolutely, but it's only going to get harder from here. This is the first team to bring the Nation to map 3 in last chance qualifiers. The last time they were on a 3rd map, they lost to Dark Ratio to not qualify for closed challengers. So the pressure's going to keep mounting. Who's to say that the Nation can keep sweeping through LCQ? That era may have ended, and they may be going to map 3s from here on out. And that's the thing. That's what I'm excited for. But honestly, I know it's been a very, very long series, and we're going to give you guys some time to go grab a snack, go take a tiny little break if you need one. So we will be right back.
Remaining. Spike down B. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.